makes it so the faster startup is useful defensively for when he's trying to maul you. And it looks like Artiztikk was able to set up space, but then Jibrill immediately corners him and is able to use Rapid Slash to keep that lockdown going. But Spiral Swords gets invested in. That had to be an input error on Jibrill, but it somehow worked out. Full screen Fatal Claw.
Things are happening right now. There's Swiss cheese on the screen. Strider is bleeding. Meter down for Artiztikk once again. And Jibrill somehow ending up on top at all of these scramble situations. But, oh no, the rocks coming into play right there. 1 meter for Art, and he drops it. Small character, but finds himself a happy birthday. Gets both still, and oh no, drop again. Berserker Slash. Gonna be able to take down Vergil here. Do we get Snap? No, we don't. But Vergil goes down anyways. Strider with about half life here. Do you Snap here if you're Vergil? Or Jibrill, excuse me? He does.
Yeah. I definitely like snapping, and like if you kill our Artistikk's Vergil, snapping in Strider is a great decision because even though his Doom is very solid, his Doom is more solid when it has Vajra assist, and his Strider is much scarier than his Doom. So
Jibrill going in there with the Wolverine right now, all down to Artistikk's Doom. Artiztikk with 4 bars and Jibrill with none right now, working on that first one. Let's see if Art can get something started here. Jibrill just trying to work Art into the corner. Art not biting. Oh no, got right in the sweet spot there. Art had the X Factor to keep himself safe. Now Art's rushing Jibrill down.
Sphere Flame or something after the X Factor because Jibrill still has his X on deck.
Oh my god, that was ridiculous. The movement into the cross up and Art actually killing with the snap there. Gets Vergil, nice. But oh no, drop there. Jibrill finds the X Factor. Easy peasy confirm. First game. Art with the pause cancels. You already know. Angelic getting excited for the Wolverine in the chat.
Oh yeah, representing that Wolvie, getting hype. And it looks like, again, Artiztikk is managing to get away at start around, but is ending up in the corner where we've seen Jibrill just be able to get so much pressure on him. Immediate investment of the Spiral Swords lets him go for some lockdown, but isn't able to really turn it into a substantial advantage. And it seems like they've just been having a scrambly set at the start of their games, this time and the last one.
Very scrambly, accidental alpha counter. The Doom here. Artiztikk struggling to find that space to get the sword started. Jibrill's Doom kind of putting on full screen pressure right now. We do get the swords now. Spear Flame from Jibrill. Does Artiztikk get the teleport through? No, but he does get the block. Strider keeping Doom in place there. Rocks. Jibrill's Doom not doing too bad there, but Artiztikk with the reset hard kick. Oh my goodness.
Why are they not killing each other? These characters are so scary, please.
Why aren't they doing any combos?
The combos would definitely help both of them.
Oh my god.
Jibrill was not doing combos to bait Artiztikk into summoning Strider and getting rid of the character, which is one of the problems. He made sure to snap that character the previous game, and this time getting him while he's an assist, making sure that he doesn't need to fight Dark Strider doing some Dark Strider things.
Now we have Dark Vergil instead. Oh no, good smart snap from Jibrill. Our X Factoring to try to block. Get the space to get the sword started. Oh no, got the hit. No convert though.
I think that
and the rocks hit a spoiler.
Because it never like visually came back onto the screen, but I guess it must have caught him when he was at the corner. But Jibrill still has X Factor, so he could negate any of the like chip setups and can confirm off things like photons if necessary. No, it doesn't even need it. Vergil's just dead.
Yep, all up to Artistikk's Doom here. No meter on both sides, but Jibrill with the beam assist and that big glowing red X on deck. Just gonna get this air throw here. High time. Once again, easy peasy confirm. That's 2-0 for Jibrill right now with the surprise Wolverine pick here. Working out well though.
Yeah, and it's not just the general, oh, this time it might be, but it hadn't been just the general, like, Wolverine gets to start mauling at the start of the round. He's been kept out by Artiztikk, but then has just, like, found a way in through the neutral each time. He's been able to get a lot of value out of it.
Yeah, are quite not able to kill, make the most out of these big hits that he's been getting. Let's see if he can pick down Wolverine now. Strider, nice, okay, snap. Well, in that situation, I might have opted to kill Wolverine, but you know what? Vergil's on the screen now, and you forced Jibrill to play a different game than what he was doing before. But now he gets a happy birthday, and this is bad. This is the risk you pose when you snap in Vergil.
With that, it's all down to Dr. Doom. Do you think Artistic's Doom can do this? He has 3 meters on deck. He has X Factor. Jibrill has 1 meter for being able to counter like a bad super with spiral swords or something like that. But oh, Artistic investing a lot of this meter just trying to get in, pushing Jibrill into the corner. This is looking very scary for Artistic now. Doesn't have resources. The missiles are missing.
Got past all those missiles. Artistic with the X, and wow, that heavy Jesus. The X Factor messed up the hitbox on that. Jesus, Vergil, those big buttons, and Jibrill sending Artistic to the loser's bracket after some train delays and such. Artistic not having time to warm up. Jibrill moving on in the winner's bracket. Gonna move on to play me actually, but let's see what happens here.
I am curious to see if Babaghanoush is going to be able to get missiles out in neutral, or if Angelic's going to be able to smother him to like get rid of that safety blanket, be able to keep him in just like Zero being 2v1'd by other characters, or but Zero gets a chance to play and does not
like
respect
that with
the
Ray. Into a happy birthday too, as Hiryu can go down. Doom already down to like 20% life. Looking real bad for Baba. Gonna try to do anything right now to just DHC. Get something started, but Angelic applying the pressure, locking him down with the Mystic Ray. Almost gets the kill with the snap, but not quite. Vergil coming in, and of course gonna X Factor here, trying to get this 1-bar kill.
Do you have confidence that Babaghanoush's Doom can make this comeback? Oh no!
Oh wait,
still alive.
I don't know. Not getting helm broken.
He has Pixel Vergil. Pixel Vergil's all you need sometimes.
Babaghanoush channel your inner Romora. 3 mix-ups right now, and gonna have to take a throw too. Angelic quick dominating first game. Not giving Baba any room to breathe.
And it's nice to see the adjustment from Angelic, because Wolverine has such a miserable time fighting Zero. Being able to have an alternative character that just like fares much better in the matchup. Oh, unless you get happy birthdayed with your assists.
Oh no, but that's rough. Vergil, Shuma, different weights. But Baba manages to take down the Vergil. Angelic blocks the mix-up. Dorm gets the play.
Very nice work backing off, getting time, but then missiles set up. In that situation where missiles are hitting on their way up, does he just need to do like jumping too heavy in order to confirm? Or it seemed like there was a little bit of a challenge with that height and dealing with the missiles confirm?
I would have to watch that back. Do we get an X Factor here? Yes, we do. Smart from Baba, I do agree. Get the Shuma out of here. Dorm with no assist, a lot less threatening. But X Factor level 3, no, you gotta finish the combo. And Mystic Stair hits. Gonna see X Factor right back. Yes, we are. Kill the Zero, definitely, I agree. And this is a terrible matchup. This is gonna be very hard for Baba here. Dorm getting the meteors right away. Angelic's X Factor draining right now. Baba does get the space to DHC.
And gets the pressure for so much of the X Factor time. Has wasted almost all of it at this point.
Baba returning the favor with the Helm Breaker of his own. No X Factor here, and almost no meter on each side, both with 1. Angelic working on a second one. Is Vergil gonna die here?
I think that Vergil barely lived.
Yep, and this is not good.
Oh, this matchup just is... Doom has a great time when other characters are in block stun or hit stun, but getting the chance to put Dormammu into either of those things if he just wants to like summon Mystic Ray and get hands and run away is very, very challenging.
Yeah, this is very rough, just like that. Pillar in front of Dormammu, gonna take the second game here for Angelic. Working on that 3-0 right now. Let's see if Baba can make the necessary adjustments. He was doing good there. You just needed to complete some combos and Angelic gets things started with a happy birthday into a drop though. Baba, you know, taking a breath of relief right there. Getting the hit on Vergil here. Gonna go into these lightning loops in the corner.
Baba
Zoop
seems
time,
pretty
zoop zoop.
consistent with these. Oh no, I cursed you, Baba. I am sorry.
No.
But
Commentator's curse. Angelic popping the double trigger here. Might
with
see a
DP.
tag. Yep. Into Dorm. Oh, they gotta be feeling that one once again. Another not dead character. Angelic making his way in. They can be able to take down Zero here. But this is good in the sense that Angelic does not have meter right now, so Baba does get to kind of play a little bit. Oh, that's hard with Doom versus Dorm, but that little bit does help a lot. Let's see what happens here. Working on that second bar. Good DHC pretty soon. There it is.
Right on top of it. The Vergil gets the block here, and none of the photons will connect. Oh my gosh, the start of Volcano.
But Angelic didn't quite get to convert. And Baba going crazy with the Vergil right now. Getting the kill on Dorm. Can Vergil block? Ooh, he does. Super right back from Angelic. It's the birthday of his own. Mystic Ray to convert. It's looking like a 3-0 for Angelic. Oh,
darn, Baba done. But in
Ray with the raid.
That is
Aliens
excellent.
in the chat.
The aliens are coming out. Well, the aliens may be coming out, but Magneto coming out to the exact opposite side of the screen from Thor wants nothing to do with him at start of the round. Taking time to get these magnetic blasts on screen, wants to make sure that he's not directly interacting, but Mighty Spark is a pretty solid assist. Like, very few characters in this game were given access to horizontal air projectiles, but Thor's one of the ones that does, and Mighty Spark's also pretty fast on top of that.
Alright, Iron God getting in there. Starting off strong, getting a kill with Thor here. MODOK coming in, misses the meaty though, Priest mashing and gets blown up for it. This might actually kill here. Oh no, messed up just a little bit there and gonna give Priest MODOK a chance to play. Gonna take Thor all the way to the corner here. Went for a reset.
How do you feel about that? Would you snap if you, like, because Priest's at the point where he was at like 4 meters around. Like, if you can, or if there's like weird situations like, no, at this spacing, the investing meter's not going to kill this character, would you go for the snap into Raccoon? Or?
Yeah, I think that Priest would have been able to kill there with looping supers or even just a DHC. I think it was just a mess up on his part, but now all down the Iron God's Raccoon though. Priest X Factor just about out, but Iron God fully loaded with about almost 4 bars. 1 trap already on the screen, so Priest gonna have to be careful. And the logs here blowing up Doom and MODOK, but missiles there to save the day. Into the hyper battering ram, and ooh, that was a smart DHC actually. Straight into the level 3. That was actually really good stuff from Priest there. Smart. Didn't want to risk anything funky there with looping supers, and the DHC might not have killed. So I agree with the level 3. Good stuff.
Nice
Game
work.
1.
And nice work making sure that the height was right for the DHC timing so the Doom time will actually work, because sometimes if it's a little too high or a little too far away, Doom time has its challenges with its hitbox.
Alright, full screen stuff here. Both players kind of just feeling each other out right now. Pretty much even in life though. Iron God taking some of those disruptors, and Priest with a very sneaky air grab right there. Take Thor all the way to the corner here. And with the level 3 should kill, but chooses the snap. Ooh, springy and strange. And with that attraction mix up into the beam. Sneaky. TAC, interesting.
It's always funny when someone TACs a character that you weren't expecting, so you like instantly try a movement option the character doesn't have. It's like, oh no, that's not right at all. Strange's buttons in there aren't going to do anything. But now Strange is dead, and looks like Priest missed a dash there, so didn't get a setup, but is still in a very good neutral situation against Iron God. And now Iron God doesn't have any more assists that hit full screen anymore, so needs to rely on like the mid-range plays, getting out those traps in order to control some space, but Priest able to negate it without needing to get into a bad situation, didn't eat a mix-up off of it or anything. And
good EHC there. But now Thor's bleeding. Priest doing a good job here. And crouching medium might have been a push block. And Raccoon gonna have to get it out of the corner. Priest applying all this pressure. IRONGOD gets out, pops the X Factor. But now Priest gets to play. Raccoon's not going to be able to do much when Magneto's all the way up there. But IRONGOD sneaks his way up there. Rocket skates in the grab. Gets a Spitfire OTG. Nice. Magneto going to go down here. About 10% X Factor here. If he gets a hit on MODOK, he can do some decent damage here, but wouldn't have been able to kill off that situation. And just like that, solo Raccoon, 1 bar, no Ek. Against Priest with 2 characters. A full thick of butter pretty much. Gonna be hard there. Priest with the air to air.
Ooh, he had used his ground bounce, but still in such a good situation, because even if Raccoon managed to get a hit kind of immediately, he would need to get 2 hits on MODOK and then 2 hits on Doom. It feels like it would be pretty tough within that time frame.
It would have been really rough. Now Priest up 2-0 here. Working on a bus ass. Bayern getting in there with that log. Bolts didn't quite juggle, getting in there with the birthday, and no, the missiles there, not able to get the super out. Shockwave to clear the screen, get some damage on Raccoon, and MODOK's in. You know IRONGOD's gonna be feeling the pressure off that one, not quite killing Magneto. Giving Priest an extra chance here.
You do not want to give Priest extra Magnetos. He already does enough damage with one. Don't let him live through an extra level of them. But it feels like that opportunity was the first time that IRONGOD was able to get substantial value in the point war, and on top of that, he's also at substantial meter advantage right now. He's able to get the punish on MODOK, invest X, get rid of this character. Do you feel this is the problem for IRONGOD's team? Oh no! Maybe it is, because if you drop a combo on him, MODOK's gonna come back on you.
His problem at the moment is just getting something started. Now X Factor popped for both players, excuse me. Level 1, but no characters dead on either side. 60 seconds left on the clock. MODOK bleeding. Priest gets Magneto in. IRONGOD doesn't snipe with the DHC, just quite in time. They're still living.
Yeah, IRONGOD doing a lot better on overall life value, but Priest has so much meter to invest in neutral, and since IRONGOD doesn't have the threat of spell of Ashanti or of the projectile counter, wasn't enough. Priest was able to just get in there, mix up, and had the nice confirm with the Magneto part, but the missiles failed to do what he needed out of them.
Good log.
Very nice.
IRONGOD's still in this. Priest characters doing pretty much everything they can to stop IRONGOD from putting stuff on the screen. Getting anything started. Missiles there to do a little extra damage. Thor bleeding right now. Gonna need to find a way to get him out safely.
Yeah, especially because
when
you have that character like Thor, the red life on him matters so much more, because that is an extra substantial amount they need to invest if they want to kill Thor if he makes it back from all that red life too.
Yes.
Raccoon is in the air, so he did a button. Oh no, he's not able to get out because Magneto's just mashing that their way for Raccoon to get around it. But now this is looking impossible for IRONGOD. Going to lose Raccoon. Missiles are out. Tiger Knee Disruptor catches Thor, and
very meaty.
That's it. Pasadena rules are in effect. Priest sends IRONGOD to losers bracket. I'm assuming this was winner.
Yeah, this is second round winners. So IRONGOD down in losers. Priest moving on.
And but Romora do you think that the main Jibrill team is going to need to come out, or is he going to have the way to drip Magneto his way to victory?
I definitely think that the real deal is going to need to come out. Of course, Jibrill getting that first hit to make it obviously not a true statement, but I think overall, Romora's comeback factor is just always something you got to watch out for. Everyone has their special little thing in the clutch that they excel at. And Romora is usually pretty good, but for the most part, Jibrill's just making a mess of the Zero. Swinging with the H is going to take a kill. I don't see Zero popping out, but hopefully Romora makes it a turnaround. Got hit, was able to slide out, but unfortunately was not blocking low. Never mind, got not only the foot dive, but the switch and the hit on Jean. Remora, proving me right, has make sure to get that clutch muscle.
no.
But she pops. What is she gonna do? Immediately goes to switch it. DH into Vergil. What do you think? Does Remora have a chance at Isaiah?
Oh, I think that this is possible. Romora getting those Vergil hits is going to have the incoming mix-up on deck, and doesn't confirm with the stand light into stand medium. But X Factor is going to run out soon. Is this going to be enough to get rid of Doom? Doesn't have that chance, but this means that Jibril's going to be able to have so much meter for Phoenix's incoming. If she wants to use Phoenix Inferno to just like get out of the guess into X Factor, that can be incredibly powerful. Let's see what Jibrill decides to do with his resources. And the Phoenix Inferno, once he gets near the ground, make sure to wait until the cross-up occurs so the Phoenix Inferno goes in the right direction and uses the trap to anti-air. This is looking real tough for Romora.
Yeah, definitely this time Jibrill was much aware. Romora was kind of doing the same things a couple times in the air, and Jibrill decided to take advantage, try to attempt to make it a read, and it really worked out. And of course, you know, Dark Phoenix is just something of a force to be reckoned with. But Romora, just a rematch for the next game.
Yeah, there were a few key interactions that went badly for him, but there were multiple chances that Romora could have won that game. So, just seeing like what adjustments need to happen, and the TAC is not working, but Jibrill willing to go in even in the drop situations, maintain that pressure as Doom, because when Doom has you in block stun is the time that he's the best character he could be, and Jibrill very willing to press buttons, got that crouch light on Romora and was able to take out the 0. Doom's losing half his life, and Jibrill looking very likely to get Phoenix here, because, maybe even without needing to lose a character. Romora comes in with Vergil, is just using those spiral swords to beat on Doom, gets him down to maybe 10% of his life, but Magneto's still healthy enough that there will be time for Doom to recover, as the spiral swords confirm so immediately, but we see that Phoenix is in the back, she has all her resources, and Magneto didn't die. There is the chance that Vergil just goes down here. Oh, there's the chance that both Doom and Vergil go down here. And with that, Jibrill going up 2-0 real quick with his Mag Doom Phoenix team.
Yeah, so far it's looking like Romora cannot handle the drip, as we were to say, and Jibrill even being so brazen as to even be the first hit rematch, saying, I think I know where this is gonna go. I'm feeling comfortable. I'm feeling for the download. And Jibrill going for the color switch. I mean, I understand, you know, get some of that variety. I always love the immersion. Oh no, goes back to the drip. Definitely was not able to ignore it. Could not fight or resist. But Romora picking their team quite good. Probably taking a bit of a breather, trying to make some adjustments internally. I mean, it's only the second game, so I wouldn't start sweating too much, but let's see what happens.
Well, it still looks pretty scary though, because if Jibrill takes this one, then Romora is down in loser's bracket, but if Romora gets that one game, Pasadena rules get invoked, and we're going to have it become a 1-4. There's lots and lots of magnetic blast in order to try and confirm here. Was very close, but didn't quite have the proper confirm off of missiles. Hypergrav didn't hit that high in the air, but gets behind 0 with those crouch lights and is going to just pressure him into the corner. This is tough for Doom. Disruptor is so disruptive to his ability to move around, and having access to both missiles and Romora, you can't catch him in time, need to play neutral again. It's always so demoralizing when a character who needs to struggle to get in manages to do it, but then they need to respect missiles so they don't actually get to stay in and need to like get back to playing neutral against the character that they're struggling against. Oh, but this is going to catch both, and DHC, this is going to potentially kill both. Not this time.
Ooh,
Invest the X
got him.
Factor. Oh my gosh, did we just have a subscribe for 20 months, J McSpaz? Thank you for supporting the community, J McSpaz. Oh, and went for that snap when she has almost 5. Now she has 5 though. What is Romora going to do with his meter investment to try and deal with this character? The dry tag just happened. and is able to get the knockdown on Doom missiles for the confirm. Doesn't have any meter for the mix-up on Phoenix at this point. And I'm not sure Jibrill is trying to block there. Oh, that wasn't Spiral Swords at all. And now Romora needs to deal with Dark Phoenix. There's no X Factor of his own. Jibrill being very patient and just like shooting from full screen and slowly pushing Romora to the corner, not doing any too risky teleports other than that one. And now that lack of risk has meant that X Factor has burned all the way out now, and Phoenix is in a situation where if Romora just runs for a little bit, there's the chance that he'll be able to chip her out.
Yeah, has a super. Oh, but Jibrill hits first. And yeah, but Romora has the chance. Her life's draining. Oh, but it's gonna get chipped. Jibrill was just ready, knowing that Vergil wasn't gonna be able to take all that damage left. If only maybe perhaps that first super had hit faster, not giving Jean the chance to teleport on top. But oh, it is 3-0? Okay, I thought it was only 2-0. Alright, I'll connect. I'll use the DS4 for Vita so I can connect my controller to the Vita. Use some cheat hacks, but in the meantime, oh no, this is character. Like, ooh, I thought this was, or is it? No, but yeah, Priest does play MODOK, and we're getting right into it. Angelic melee for the Berserker charge, tries to dive kick, hits. Unfortunately, gets trade, but Priest wasn't ready. Instead, got the other super, was not able to make connect, and Angelic just in there, not using any X Factor, able to connect. Build meter, gonna build that bar. No, misses the connection from the Berserker, and Priest gonna able to switch. No, just switches out to Swagneto.
With Drip Nito. And nice, good punish there from Priest. Gonna take Wolverine to the corner here. Can he kill here? Oh yes, a hypergrab assist. Ooh, 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 ooh. Nice. Good stuff from Priest. Taking out Angelic's Wolverine now. What's the mix on Dorm? Locking him down in the corner with these missile hard to block here. Priest in there with the MODOK. H loops. Y'all thought you could only do that combo on hitbox. No, Priest is a stick player. The hyper grab assist. No extension though. Drop from Priest. Dorm gets a chance to play here. Did Angelic snipe an assist? No, MODOK's still in there. Gonna get a tag? No, MODOK just goes down. Alright, 2v2 here.
Ooh, almost hit it. Got a connection off that assist from Shuma. But ends up able to get it the second time. Just needed to do, you know, rinse and repeat. Wait till it happens again. X Factor's immediately on Magneto. Is not afraid of Doom. Wants to just get it going. Still has half their X Factor. It's gonna go on one mix. Backs off actually. And Free doesn't block it. Oh, and just nothing but enormous chip. Oh, Angelic just making a statement to take that first round. Wow. And charges up to let you know how the next round's gonna go too. Man, Angelic.
Stealing that momentum and running away with that. Oh no, Priest almost found himself a happy birthday there. Angelic getting out. Missiles there, not Angelic not getting a combo there from Wolverine.
Trying to Magneto Bass, trying to show off the drip, let it guiding them, but unfortunately, Priest was able to backdash, but Angelic is just getting in there, pushing that pressure in Priest's face. And does not have the bar to do it, possibly build it off of the assist. Yep, gets into DP, Fatal Fall. And man, not looking great for Priest. MODOK coming in, is able to fly up, maybe fall down with the feet. No, gets the throw escape and ends up getting hit by the dive kick. Attempts to chase, countered it. Priest got another chance. Small little Dorito. Ooh, nice blocking down, avoiding the beam. Oh, almost got hit by the jamming bomb. Sniped.
For here.
Was aware. X Factor jump.
And no punish from Angelic, and the Dorito actually kind of saving Priest for a second there. X Factor popped on Angelic's side. Just about out already. MODOK bleeding right now. Priest gonna have to do something to get him out. Is he gonna stick it out? No, choose tag and Doom. Alright. Team Super. Oh, that's actually Team Super from MODOK is good because that knocks down. But Angelic finding a hit, not going to be able to kill here. Cashing out, taking as much damage as he can. Team Super again.
Angelic trying to get that angle on Doom's Super right above his head that you can just not get hit by anything.
Oh my god, literally blown up.
Exploded before she is able to get the Spear Flame out. Just trying to chip out Priest as much possible before Priest eventually pops the X Factor. but was able to save it for this moment. Got that grab on Angelic, make something happen. Oh no, the OTG didn't hit. Giving Angelic the second chance with Shuma, just kind of got to wait for some overheads, falling with some squids, throwing out some tentacles finally. Angelic picking the moment. Priest trying hard to catch up, is bombed up, so it's gonna have to be aware so then it gets exploded. Oh no! Angelic just waiting, was able to get some of that chip, but Priest healed it, the white health. Oh, even got the falling S no, but was not able to connect. Angelic just flipping out and backdashing the heck out of there, dodging all these beams. Priest got the throw, is gonna able to get the pickup, but this is definitely gonna be super hard. Priest only has 20 seconds left. I mean, I know that's a long time, but attempts to reset, was able to hit the assist, but nothing. Bombed out. Yeah, just really has a raw tag to explode.
Rip. Just like that, Angelic. Quick 2-0 there. See if Priest can make some adjustments and come back right now. It looked like he had both of those games, but Angelic just able to steal the momentum and run away with it. Taking his spots right now, Priest zoning him out. His Magneto movement is so clean. Except for that moment when he landed right in the Berserker slash. And this should actually be a dead Magneto. Has the bar here. Fatal Claw, stalking Flare. Alright. Get some set play stuff here. Wolverine with the Mystic Ray. Oh, climbs the tree. Mystic Ray able to make Berserker Barrage save. Angelic just going in right now on this MODOK. And no meter there.
Read it. Oh, but the finger lasers, unfortunately for Priest, is able to set him back a distance to get away from Angelic's Wolverine. But Angelic on the smart one is able to raw tech, even get the air grab with the dash, and definitely going to X Factor take care of this Doom. He's not really feeling MODOK at the time, doesn't have any analyzers right now. Oh, gets a second chance, try to foot dive, but Angelic blocking it. Super aware, trying to snipe the assist. That's right, MODOK's dead, but Doom still able with X Factor. Oh no, was not able to foot dive right away from the flame pocket. And then try to beat it all with just a raw S.
No, Angelic just chooses to let it rock. That might be a mistake here, letting Priest Doom play like this. Dormammu gonna go down here. Priest X Factor still has enough for this incoming here. 5 bars. Anything in the level 3 here. Let's see what happens. Goes for those same side low. No cross up foot dive. And this is the one touch game from either side. Priest has one eye on him. Has to play this a little careful here. Blows up. Alright, 1 meter
40
gone.
seconds. All the time in the world.
Shuma. This seems like a bad matchup for Doom, honestly. The 1 foot dive can change the whole game. And oh no. Angelic getting in there, but just like that, right as I said it, 1 foot dive can change the whole game for Priest. Gonna have to make sure that this medium into level 3 here, nice. Does the back up because Shuma with that weird hitbox, if he stood still and tried to do the OTG in level 3, that might not have actually worked. Good recognition on Priest. And now we have the first of 4 in effect. Priest taking a breather there. 2-1 now for Angelic. Get right in there with the Wolverine. And just building that second bar, you already know is a dead Magneto. Unless he chooses to snap. But no, gonna go right in there. Oh no, no super. Priest Magneto so fast, getting right out of there. Let's see what happens here. DHC. And does that hit? Wow, nice. Nice DP super from Priest. Command grab. Grabbing Wolverine on the other side of that Berserker slash. No meter here. But both assists available for the extension. And oh, the GM! That was sick. Classic vintage Priest stuff there. The jamming bomb to the other side. So difficult to block. Wolverine down for Angelic. Dorm Shuma though. Dormammu getting out of the mix-up. See what happens here. Angelic getting the air throw. Definitely X Factor. Don't want any of those blocking manipulation moves. No unblockables. Guard breaks on incoming. MODOK easily goes down here. Lots of X Factor time still to make it incoming happen on Magneto. And just like that, the last game, Priest with his glowing red X for Doom in the back, but this is a terrible matchup.
Just fingers through it. Oh no, the Spear Flame man even gets caught with the crouching button on Doom's legs. Oh no. Priest gonna end up taking not. Oh yeah, is able to live. Attempts to go for another super. X Factor cancels the attempt to rush, but Angelic was ready with the falling normals from the sky to just eventually hit and connect on Priest. Angelic kind of where just Priest Doom was just like 2 hits away.
Brace just getting a little overzealous there. Now Angelic working on set point here with the Wolverine. Priest starting the MODOK again. See what happens here.
Came
Make
back.
it happen 3 games straight. Ooh, nice hit on Wolverine there. Not leading into much though, but doing it. Honestly, really good job here. Better job zoning out the Magneto. Or zoning out than with the Magneto, but Angelic hits the spot and finds it perfectly. No meter here. It goes for a quick reset. Command grab, nice shockwave. But actually just completely whiffs on Wolverine. And X Factor in the throw takes Angelic off guard. Gonna lose his Wolverine now. Shuma bleeding. Tag back into Dorm here for the MODOK for the mix-up. Nice throw tech. Angelic Dorm still in the corner. The missile coming down, and now he gets to play. X Factor still on Angelic's side. With all these pillars, so much chip right now. Good alpha counter, and the hyper grab just nullified? Chaotic Flame, excuse me?
He will connect it. Ooh, and Team Super. Gonna tell Magneto, no thank you.
Oh, wait a minute! Magneto fell out there, but Priest not taking advantage of it. Calling his assist. Oh my god, this is so close. Magneto with the pixel, gonna have to make something happen here. No, gonna have to take all that. Luckily, no assist call, and X Factor is out for both players. Angelic with a healthy life lead, no meter. But all these meteors and all this stuff on the screen with the Mystic Ray gonna make it so hard for Priest to get in there, especially with Doom. And Angelic once again just picks his spot and finds it perfectly, teleporting in there with the Mystic Ray and be able to take down Doom. And all up to Shuma. Oh my god, Priest finds a throw. Hold on, wait a minute. Do we pause this here? Or do we snap? No, we go for a reset. Into the throw.
No.
And Mystic Ray on the other side, just invisible there. I didn't even see that. Falling right into that, into the Chaotic Flame. And Angelic moving on in the winner's bracket. I actually am going to step off the mic because I have to play against Jibrill, which is going to be our next match. So,
good luck.
Thank you. Catch y'all in a bit. Of course. Alright, Memes is going with the Morrigan here. Mothman with the MODOK. Oh my god, happy birthday to start. Not a good start for me. It was very, very good start for Mothman here. But oh no, the TK shot not quite juggling both the way he wanted to. Memes and Morrigan falling out. Get the chance to play here, but Mothman already up to 5 bars, just about. So that Dark Gene is on deck. But Memes making sure the Morrigan's still alive, does have soul drains, Doom bleeding, and Mothman just going to the top of the screen. He is all the way up there. He is almost higher than the Surfbot Tower right now. In the words of Hazy, I am so high. And Mothman back down at the bottom of the screen right now, getting some soul drains from Memes, forced to tag in the Morrigan. The Morrigan losing so much life there. Jesus, already down to about 15%, just off the raw tag into some Soul Fists. Well, it looks like we got Senior Hamon joining me on the mic. What's good?
Going on, Romora? Glad to be here with you.
Got some Morrigan on Morrigan action right now. Memes taking down that MODOK. Morrigan on about a pixel. Mothman forced to tag in the Phoenix. What's gonna happen here? Mothman wants to get popped right now. Memes just needs to get that meter. Mothman finds the hit with Phoenix, and we're definitely gonna see a TAC here. Ivo up. Oh no, side. And Mothman, let's get boring. He's spamming the same moves in the corner. You don't even need to do this. You have the meter. Kidding.
Yeah.
We all know he doesn't want to spend it, but wants to kill this Vergil.
Yeah, definitely. It's always better to have a 2v2 instead of a 2v3, especially since Memes also has a Morrigan and Doom. Mothman's gonna be forced to just kind of play solo. Oh no, decides to switch it to Gene. That way, in case the pop happens, can immediately start building meter or switch back. But in the meantime, Morrigan's about dead, and Doom's less than half health right now. He's gonna take the mix.
This is what you want here on Mothman's side, killing the Morrigan. None of the soul drain tech on deck, so Memes has to play this out with Doom and actually pop Phoenix. Let's see what happens here. Less than 30 seconds on the clock. Mothman just playing this lame full screen game. Getting clipped a little bit with those lasers, but Kind of what he wants. He dies and gets another life bar. Doesn't even matter.
Snipe?
Full screen. That's pretty much a full screen horizontal DP.
Yeah, just a nice read. It goes through nearly all projectiles that isn't a super, and yeah, just kind of had a read coming, and if not, was probably going to X Factor or something out. I mean, had 5 bars, so really, Mothman had nothing to lose. But already going to the next round, Mothman being on the lower edge of the health, Memes being cool, hanging back, throwing the Doom missiles. Oh, and unfortunately runs into the Jammy Bomb. Oh, Mothman almost had a connection. But Memes got another chance, trying to stay above. Unfortunately, ran out of Astral. Mothman making the approach now, has 3 meters, is close, but has to wait a bit because Morrigan got hit from that Rapid Swords. Has the Dorito up.
Good solid Soul Fist from Memes here, looking to take down the MODOK. The MODOK hitting the climb to the top of the screen. Once again, we're going to get a tag.
Hanging back, yep.
There we go. Morrigan mirrors.
Yeah, fortunately for Mothman, Memes wasn't an Astral. Probably trying to save the 2 bars. Knows that Mothman's already on the verge of having 5, with Dark Phoenix just hanging in the back, so maybe trying to rearrange, go for a switch, but doesn't get the chance. Takes out Morrigan, just up to Doom. Closer to 2 bars, so can DHC 2 Vergil if needed. But in the meantime, Mothman just gave the hit with that cross H and was able to confirm and turn it around, bringing it to corner. Oh, decides to go for a GC. Analyze
drop, so gonna see a DHC here for Memes. I believe we are. Give Vergil a give him a chance to play. And try to take down this MODOK. Do as much chip as you can. And nice with the rapid slash, just barely able to take that on MODOK's landing frames. The Mothman with the crouching lights gonna get the TAC up, and then we're gonna get a side switch. Ooh, what is this? Mothman with the Discord tip?
Oh yeah, just
Mothman sharing all the. Oh my god, that was all off of TAC. Mothman optimizing this Phoenix stuff here, but not quite at 5 bars yet. Spending all of that, but with the Morrigan meter build assist in the back, Meme's gonna have to pop something here, make something happen. Yeah, but now no X Factor for Mothman, but coming down with that heavy in the air from Phoenix. Such a good button, gonna be able to take this second game here.
Man, nice flying air dash down with that H. Definitely crossed the Memes, probably didn't see it coming, and then Doom just took it into the back of the dome. But Mothman already on the verge of just getting 3-0 over Memes. Probably took a breather, character select, said, you know what, let me take a breath. I need this to at least win one so it doesn't go the distance. Give myself more breathing time and space. You know, as you know, sometimes momentum will totally carry you to 3-0. But sometimes if you get slowed down or just thrown off your rhythm, it can easily turn back around for the comeback. Let's see what Mothman adjustments they made.
Let's see. Meme's not opting to switch to the Nova. Still going with the Morrigan here. But MODOK able to get to the top of the screen and not take too much of this chip. Meme's doing a good job so far. Pushing Mothman to the corner, but he's already at 3 bars. Working on that 4th so quickly. Memes loves to go with the Astral. See if he can get something started here. Oh my god. MODOK takes a grip of damage there. But working on that 5th bar. And we forced the tag here. Astral once again. And yeah, MODOK just gets to go all the way up to the top of the screen, and these missiles don't even really matter too much. Mayor's at the tag in the Morrigan. And now Moth could even opt to Astral if he wants. No meter to snap on Meme's side. This is all just pretty much going the way Mothman wants right now. Memes is in the help lead though, but not so much after that. Doom taking a lot of damage there. Alright, Memes trying to push Mothman's Morrigan to the corner here. Oh wait, that was wrong Morrigan, excuse me. Morrigan actually almost dying here. Mothman's MODOK coming in.
Mothman's very close to 5 bars, has it secured, and now Memes really has to start thinking about the long range game. is on the verge of losing that Doom. Nothing but chip. Oh, Mothman is just deciding to possibly sacrifice MODOK to kill the Doom, but no, wasn't able to make it happen. But Doom severely bleeding, half health. And at this point, Mothman can kind of just hang back, hang out behind the Dorito. Memes trying to make something happen with the swords. Does he hit two characters?
He called
Gonna
Phoenix.
kill Gene?
He called Phoenix, and Morrigan comes in, and this is all. Wait a minute, what happens here? What? Excuse me?
Dimension Slash. Unfortunately for Morrigan, she was in between the Dimension Slash, so although the Shadow Blade came out, it was not able to stop Vergil's hits and one out. But Mothman still fighting his way back. Has 4 bars to make this happen and a bit of X Factor. Just has across Doom. Oh, Doom has actually gained so much life back. Oh, got hit, but wasn't able to confirm. Attention just chip setup at this time has a bit more left of Astral. Just because hang up underneath. Forgot Morrigan still has their Astral back in her own. And oh my lord, just nothing but chip. Just maybe gonna just read a level 3? Possibly? No. Oh, and Meme's able to take another one.
Come back around. Wow. Just like that, was looking like Mothman was set. Called Phoenix Assistant, cost him the game. And now we do have that first of 4 in effect right now. 2-1 right now. And Meme's getting in there with the Morrigan right away. Gonna snap in the Phoenix. The same side, Mothman blocks. Good recognition. And right back into MODOK. And now he's at the top of the screen. Get that Morrigan game going. Meter build. No meter on the side of Memes.
Definitely a lot closer to 5 bars though.
Yeah, now MODOK just gets to run away, do his thing. Very, very slippery.
Ooh.
And just about 5 bars already. Memes with the Astral now.
Only 1 bar.
Only 1 bar.
Gonna punish that Vergil. Oh no, didn't get the chance. Try to probably use a normal to cancel out the fireball so that Mothman can get the opportunity, but no. And unfortunately, missiles from Memes probably maybe trying to snipe and assist. Probably thought Mothman would call Gene again. But I think Mothman is now aware. Oh, is even able to raw tag into Morrigan. Just says, I could just fight this out if I need to. Even if I really need to, I could spend the bar. But so far, it's not going to look like it, especially having MODOK in the back. Memes only having this Doom missiles in the back, and even with Rapid Slash, Mothman's pretty sure to quick snipe it out, I'm sure. And now Memes being forced to just block. Although Mothman not even having an Astral Vision, Memes kind of acting a bit intimidated. And oh man. Vergil's about to lose a bit of health. We even got a meter stolen. Nice grab.
Good throw. He's looking real rough for Memes here. Mothman pushing him into the corner with that conversion. Gonna see a TAC here. No, broken by Memes. Nice. 40 seconds left with Doom bleeding. Tags in Vergil. Gonna get some pressure. No, Mothman comes down with that air heavy missile there to save Memes. Vergil though. And the X Factor there, Memes might have been worried. He's gonna get clipped by Morrigan. Oh my god. Scramble's happening right now.
Saved by the Doom missiles. Helmed.
Okay. Okay, this is good for Memes. Block down. Mothman's MODOK gets out of the situation with X Factor gone. This is really hard for Memes. Mothman gets the hit. And might as well just spend the bar here. There's no reason. Oh, X Factor too. I agree. Might as well. 20 seconds left. Dr. Doom on the incoming in this setup. Good luck, buddy. His basic incoming is either a guard break or an unblockable setup, depending on what you do. This character is cheap. 3-1 for Mothman right now. Working on set point. Memes not going with the Nova. Sticking with the Morrigan. Let's see what he can make happen here. Mothman up at the top of the screen once again. Doing a good job of sniping out Memes' Doom. Morrigan gets in there with the hit. Accidental DP there, not quite able to convert. And MODOK losing a decent amount of life. Memes and Morrigan getting a lot more mileage than it has been in the set. Mothman with the Phoenix calls now, he's getting brave.
Ooh, nice overhead from the feet stuff from Mothman. Starting to get a bit more confident and knowing about Memes' defense. Was trying to read the raw tag, but unfortunately was not far back enough. Doom was able to come in safely, and now Memes being a bit more smart with the being more aware about their meter usage. Has 3 bars, realizes Mothman just has the Dorito. Mothman takes the opportunity to switch out to Morrigan. Oh, gets the crossover S, but was not able to convert it, unfortunately. Memes trying to fly away into the sky, build some beams or meter. Oh, was that a soul drain? getting hit on Memes, taking a bit back, having under 3 bars, decides the JHC into Astral themselves, try to go for a mix, but Mothman, being super aware, just blocking it. Oh, goes for another double soul fist, but was not able to contain it. And now Mothman kind of getting chipped out. Oh, it's Tempty swinging back. Memes just flying back and forth, trying to mix up Mothman's inputs, but Mothman, not scared, was able to slap away Vergil and then take out Morrigan, switch back into MODOK. Oh, wow.
There's one problem on this team gone for Mothman. Morrigan, no soul drain tech. Getting the hit on Doom here, we're going to opt to see a snap. No, TAC broken from Memes. The Mothman gets in there once again, and now it's going to be all up to Vergil. This is doable, but Memes gonna need something to happen here. Mothman just grabs him out of the incoming dimension / great spacing and awareness.
Mothman knew.
And this is gonna be just combo in the X Factor in a team super.
Wall bounce, ground bounce, super,
Level
DHC
3.
probably. Oh,
Yep.
level 3.
Alrighty.
Mothman.
Mothman sending MemesMayCry down to the losers bracket 4-1. Moving on in the winner side top 8. Looks like we have our first winner side top 8 match actually decided. It will be Mothman versus Dead X Pride later on. Our other winner side top 8 match will be determined now. We got Angelic.
Duran, trust me, Lay's Limon, that's a good one, or Doritos Spicy Nacho, that's a good recommendation. Probably not Cool Ranch, probably not. It wouldn't really help your sandwich. But I also pack my sandwiches with vegetables. Anyways, back to the match. snaketits hang back, trying to establish getting those projectiles thrown up. Sometimes, of course, you gotta get them charged if you're trying to get your opponent locked down, but Priest is not giving snaketits the chance at all. But, oh, Snakes is still trying, even being so risky as to throw out the gene assist to possibly bait Priest into staying on the floor. You season your sandwich, you're talking about with pepper? Yes, I do. I haven't understood why people put in salt, but that's good, and when people want to recommend it, I would put that in the meantime, Priest getting this falling S and able to take care of Beautiful Joe, but no matter, Snake already has the 5 meters for Gene. And Snake's just getting all this hopefully free damage, but Priest still has 3 characters and 3 bars. So in the meantime, in just a timeout game, do you eat unseasoned sandwiches? I do. The only sandwiches I don't eat are just raw ham sandwiches and mayonnaise, like mayo, ham, bread. I wouldn't eat that. In the meantime, Priest is just about to make something happen. Still has 3 bars again. Oh, wastes 2. Is able to get away. Does it blow it back? No, even gives Priest the time to put up a shield. Snake tips attempted to raw tag. Nothing's wrong. I love sandwiches. Oh man. If we ever meet anybody and you want me to make you a sandwich, a delicious one, I will gladly. Especially if you pay for the ingredients. Oh, it's a wrap. I swear, at least you will enjoy it quite well. As well, Snake is enjoying getting it behind the shield. Taking care of this MODOK finally. Has a bit of X Factor. Is Priest gonna block? No. Dripnito has another chance though to live. Oh no, doesn't block the teleport from behind though. Is Doom gonna block? Is able to get it, but doesn't block the falling down. Smart on Snake to stay in front. Teleport has 5 bars. Definitely gonna be able to super on this right now. Is able to follow through. Yep, gets a falling S, and that's right. The projectile was able to hit, but was still make sure to get the TK DP just in case Snake was gonna need the follow-up for another super, as this is only the first round. Yeah, in the meantime, definitely heresy. Funny stuff. Oh, as Snake gets even the slow on Priest. Magneto, yep, just combo on you. Nice little extensions. Yeah, I love Joe combos myself too. I don't love fighting them. It's super annoying when you're getting hit and you just are definitely getting extra mad. But you still, hey, it's a compliment. When you steal, it's a compliment. You know what is art? What are these mixes but not art? And anyways, back to the match. snaketits was able to almost get the hit, but starts falling back. Is on the verge of getting 5 bars already. Priest is trying to make something happen. Oh, bouncing the beautiful bomb back and forth to each other. It finally explodes, but neither got hit by it. And Priest is able to get the hit of the falling S. Ooh, got the mix. Wow, I didn't even know what side that was on. But Snake has 5 meters. Here it goes. Dark Phoenix coming out, got the shield out. Remembers last time about the raw tag, does not want to get punished. So was able to get Viewtiful out just in time. And now Snake is just going to get the opportunity to build meter with still the Morrigan. Who already has the first bar. He's going to spend it. Yep, take care of this MODOK. Here he goes, able to get the charge projectile. Ooh, was not able to get the air dash. Got it this time though. And yeah, just going to get some good old feats. The Viewtiful bomb explodes, but Snake was not able to get the follow-up. Priest trying to take care of this Morrigan. She fell down, but oh, she was still way too high in the sky. Unfortunately, Priest mistimed it. Oh, but guess the air throw? Grabbed him with the force, apparently, from the size of that Vijo, and is able to take care of him. Now Morrigan coming in and got the mix, but fortunately, Snake got the mix instead, and just goes straight into level 3, taking care of this. Now leading 2-0 on the verge of set point. Wow, man, snaketits just being just having that perseverance of just holding on, not mattering despite the odds, just holding forward and keeping ahead, and was just able to take these 2 outs. Now, I wouldn't say getting cocky, but getting comfortable, able to throw out those beautiful bombs. But Priest just on the view, sharpening up those senses, was able to almost start getting all that punished, but Snake's Gene was able to get a hit, attempted to go for a THC switch, but Priest gets which side, and was even able to guess the raw tag and switch Phoenix back in again. But SnakeTits realized, you know what, I think Magneto's hitting buttons, I might as well just use meter. Oh no, possibly gonna hit a super teleport, but ended up losing her instead. Priestess Magneto, Dripnedo, being on the verge of dying, but as we all know, as you are the lower to life, the closer you are to your Ultra Instinct form, finally got the raw tag. Yeah, those weren't soul drains, so you only really had to worry about losing life instead of losing meter as well. Hot dog timber? Oh no. I do enjoy the Chicago dog and chili cheese dog from Winter Schnitzel though. The Dawes, favorite place. You know, chili cheese fries all day. Anyways, these Dr. Doom missiles being the only source of damage that is affecting Snake. And Snake just hanging out, trying to get some meter. Get the opportunity to get an Astro. Unfortunately, Priest was not close enough to react with the grab super. But was really just going to hang out in the sky, wait for Astro to finish, and then probably come back down. Yeah, SnakeTits was aware, which was like, alright, I'll just switch back to Joe, and we'll just go at least for some meter gain. You know, if you're going to dodge me, at least I can make something happen. But, ooh, even Priest was able to make the raw tag. I thought Priest was probably going to look for a snipe. Kind of probably is, that's why throwing out all the projectiles in the sky. Definitely waiting for an opportune moment to snipe out Morrigan, I'm sure. Probably does not want Snake building any more meter. And looking like Viewtiful Joe already close on the verge of getting hit. Yes, Priest was blocking already. Just gonna hit for the hit up. Oh, what? Priest even push block? Maybe we knew that Snake would possibly GHC. No, it didn't go down, as Snake even popped the X Factor as well. Wow, backed off. Yeah, probably just didn't want to use the meter. And man, this is winding close and not looking so good for Snake now. I think Priest having finally somewhat of a read. But Snake again with that perseverance, just not giving up, just being ever so patient. Has 20 seconds, I believe. But Priest trying to make something of a quick work. Ooh, barely dies. I was looking like, wow, does Joe have a lot of health? Ooh, trap. No, not. There's no Dorito. But Priest getting the hit and immediately just decides to X Factor and just take care of the problem. So that way, now we're gonna go the distance as Priest takes a game 2-1. Now it's gonna be the first of 4. What makes a Pop-Tart burrito and not a sandwich? Burrito's a burrito, alright? We will not have no burritos slander. What can I say? You know, I am an influencer. I'm just kidding. Anyways, back to the game once again as we are joined by IC Sarah, possibly?
Yes, indeed.
Ooh, welcome back. I hope your match went well. If not, we don't have to talk about it and just talk about this excellent match of Gene Supreme right away, but still getting hit anyhow.
Oh, match didn't go well for me. Did go well for Artiztikk. It's one of those amazing things where, like, when I had a perfectly good connection, but Artiztikk was having a really challenging time with it. But despite having a bad connection, he was just playing on point and making those good decisions. But looks like SnakeTits here, even though he has the lead, X Factor has been used. Phoenix is dead. Priest has plenty of resources on deck in order to fight these, and is he going to get the punish? Does, and MODOK gets the follow-up here. That's a pretty hard match from Priest to get up to 64 hits, is going to be able to kill off Morrigan, and has what incoming for Joe?
Yeah, Joe by himself, no X Factor. Luckily has the air dash to get out, but Priest just waiting right there. I was about to say, with the feats mix-up, it's just too good. snaketits could have went for an air grab, attempted to go, but ends up getting the falling from the super, able to make connection. Probably gonna have to go reset, possibly. No, just goes for again slow. Yeah, wants to go reset, give themselves the advantage as much as possible. Goes for the air. Yep, but Priest was blocking, but unfortunately was not blocking this. And yeah, this should definitely be easy for snaketits now. Just two more characters, no X Factor on either side, so it's definitely a fair match. snaketits has a possibility to come back. Magneto having low health, but is probably going to need to get slowed again. Oh no, snaketits misses. Yeah, and Priest just kind of waits, observes what's going to happen, knows the round's there, and Priest able to, possibly even it up 2-2. What happens? Going to cinema.
Mach Speed is one of those hypers that, since a lot of people don't fight Joe super often, they don't remember that Mach Speed is invulnerable for more than the vast majority of the moves in this game. So it definitely needs respecting, and if you don't have it in that muscle memory that like you can't do a thing when Joe has that, it's a problem. But Priest managing to clutch out. snaketits did a lot with his solo Joe, more than with the rest of his team there, but now getting hit right at the beginning, we see the immediate snap, gets the pressure on Phoenix in the corner, and gets the confirm offer, has meter in case he needs to use it, may be able to kill her without even doing it in the first place, is able to do so, and summons MODOK. That's probably a setup so that he could get a little tiny bit extra meter from that kill, but it was just Phoenix died so quickly there wasn't the opportunity. snaketits has the it's not like a groovy uppercut is the best assist for Morrigan, but definitely better than nothing for covering an additional angle while she gets some soul fists out. Magneto just getting hit by a volley of 2 eats away so much of his life. He'd been doing a great job of dodging for the most part, but when you just get 1 or 2 of those volleys to go wrong, it takes away so much, and now snaketits is doing much better than he was just a couple moments ago, but he's out of meter and is eating these disruptors now. MODOK coming in, and with that, he's going to end up being plus after the shockwave, able to get back into a neutral situation that's a little bit more pleasing for him. Having the shield out is very good at protecting from at least one direction, and the lack of meter really impacts snaketits neutral much more than it does Priest. MODOK can do a lot of great things using his meter in neutral, but none of them are quite as matchup defining as Astral is.
Yeah, nice cancel on the DP into flight for snaketits, but unfortunately it didn't end up working out as Priest was able to get that hit, taking him out. Now it's just up again to Viewtiful Joe, but this time having X Factor, trying to punch out. And it was able to break through the shield. X Factor's in response. No, but not this time. The Doritos shield was just up strong enough. Priest able to get the pickup. I was worried about that range since it does miss occasionally on the corner, especially with weird small characters, but this headbutt super gonna be easy to get the 3rd round clutch for Priest, as again, as now Priest is on set point.
It's true. And it's funny that even though Joe is a tiny character, and traditionally tiny characters are so hard to combo in some games, his head is so big that I feel like his hurt box is still pretty reasonable for combos. Like, he's not like a Rocket Raccoon or something where it drops a ton more. It feels like he's still, you could smack that gigantic noggin of his pretty consistently.
Yeah, and it looks like Snake decided the chance to change colors, be a bit more comfortable, maybe even use the background to work in their favor.
Joe of Snow?
Yeah, definitely. But those effects ever so pink and present. Giving Priest the opportunity to snatch and grab Snake's Viewtiful Joe into a snap situation. Is Jean gonna be able to block attempts to airbag dash in the air and fall with the S, especially since it has such a good projectile hitbox. Giving time to Joe to throw out the bomb. Wow, the bravery on Snake's side. But unfortunately it doesn't work out as Priest again goes for the mix. Wow, I thought it was going to be a screen switch, but staying in front. No matter what, it worked out. Morrigan popping out on the other side. and Snake throwing out just the raw S, and Priest just ready to just punish it immediately. Oh man, we are again now just gonna be to a beautiful Joe by themselves. Do you think Snake's gonna have to be able to turn it around this time, Isaiah?
It's possible, but it is not looking good for him. But it looks much better now that his Morrigan has survived and MODOK's used X Factor. There are tons of meter on deck for Snake. Let's see how he approaches MODOK's ability to stall here, because MODOK can choose to just burn out people's X Factor timing very easily. And the hyper grab, snaketits was not ready for that assist to come in, but does end up getting the hit off of the scramble afterwards. Go now, tons of meter on deck, can DHC into Morrigan with like guest mock speeds, or if he gets the opportunity to go into ooh, that's not going to hit MODOK. Even though the 6 cannon is pretty awesome in some ways, it does not travel very quickly. Oh, and the Morrigan, it got started, but now it's just like MODOK at the top of the screen. This should be something where he has to fall into Soul Fist, though he's not able to actually like survive this. With that, snaketits is going to claim a character. Is he going to be able to get the hit on Magneto, though? Magneto has just been pretty consistently evasive and has caught Morrigan out of her movement in like buttons from the opposite side a decent amount. Ooh, managed to get the beginning of the jump loop, but doesn't confirm it. Needs to channel his inner Mothman, but now down to the solo Joe of the snow. What is he going to do to try and come back here? Able to get some rooms on screen, that really helps, but looks like this is going to be the end for snaketits. That's a unique way to do it, but this may actually not kill. Joe's a relatively healthy character. Okay, just enough. Needed all of those photons to get the job done.
And I'm sorry, I was a bit not so present. I was trying to help. I have a cousin who I've tried to introduce to Ultimate Marvel's Capcom, to join us amongst our fellow players. And he had a question that perhaps I'll even ask you, chat, as a Priest takes it 4-2 over snaketits. Good stuff to Priest as we move along, but this is because of Ray's consistent results, But in the meantime, we got Zenpool versus Romora going down. Alright, and Romora taking no time to try to put all this pressure to get a happy birthday, but Zenpool was just ready, almost got a happy birthday of their own. But Zenpool was not jumping forward to make sure to stay with both characters when the super jumped in the sky, and now gonna have to reset all this neutral action. And Romora just laying down the offense, calling the missiles, charging at the buster. Oh, Zenpool tried to hit the Tatsu, but it didn't work out. Did he hit assist? No, but getting Romora to back off immediately. Try to hit a quick work, see if Romora was blocking low. Not this time. Zenpool falling down, throwing some shurikens, trying to shoot, falling low. Got the grenades to hit both characters, but unfortunately ended up working out in Romora's favor. And Romora's getting a hit to bring Zenpool's Deadpool to the corner. Has 3 bars, is definitely going to be able to get into the Sogenmu. Lightning Roots just has to do a couple. Still going to have the Sogenmu time. What's the mix? Oh, didn't block the first one, but didn't block low upon landing the floor. Zenpool possibly trying to chicken jump in the air, immediately jump back. Thought a different kind of mix, but we're more just keeping it simple. Just checking if you're watching the toes, but wasn't watching his head. Immediately goes into super. Yeah, snipes out. Knew that Romora was going for the dive kick. Immediately a pressure with the palm. Yeah, was able to get that super. Knew the angle and the area that Zero was going to be and took care of it. I mean, if not, Romora was going to be forced to X Factor to possibly save, and even then, that wasn't even sure if that would even work because of how fast Akuma's super is. But Zenpool making it happen, has 2 bars. Oh, attempted to do the Tatsu, but didn't work out. Romora even able to connect with the Doom missiles and still even decides to use the X Factor. Probably was wanting to establish some momentum. Just say, you know what, this is over. Probably thought that was going to finish and had to use the remaining of the meter. Didn't go for a mix, just stayed in front. Zenpool with the response of an S. Got the air throw. Gonna hit both, but definitely missiles are going to come down to hit. Kills 1. Oh, it was Vergil the one that died. Yep, Zenpool just immediately going for chip. Yeah, Romora attempted to go for a back air dash into the sky, but it didn't work out after all. Zenpool taking this 1-0 so far, right? Man, so ahead of me. But we love it. As we're now, no one's mashing, no one's getting ready to take. Everyone's taking a breath. Romora's probably thinking, Zenpo's probably thinking, all right, just make your adjustments here. Little wiggle of sticks, make sure your control's working. That way those inputs come out cleaner. Maybe Zenpo felt that their inputs were coming out exactly and doing what they want. Especially with Zenpo, you know, you have your Katanoramas, you have your loops. You know, especially even though it's only 1 or 2 buttons, you want to make sure you at least am able to get the input for that to start happening. You know, maybe perhaps a bad input could come out for just guns when you wanted some shurikens. But more trying to make some offense happen, but Zenpo's just doing a good job of just pushing him out, hanging out, just getting to the weird angles, hopping around, super jumps. Oh, but right now Romora has 2 characters and Akuma both. Yeah, just gonna keep it simple, not even gonna have to F factor. And never mind, Romora just suddenly swung things in his direction, got the mix, was behind, then went back to the front. Zenpo was not blocking, and Romora is gonna definitely able to X Factor combo this. Goes into level 3 possibly, yep. Makes it a quick reestablishment, 1-to-1, says reset, we're going back to best of 3 now. As yeah, again, let's see, is anybody gonna mash quick? Yep, we went immediately to the choice, but is taking a breath from each of them. Are they now waiting to see who picks first? I mean, sometimes that is a mental game, you know, see who picks the choice first and establishes how they're gonna go, what kind of tone are you trying to set. But in the meantime, Zenpo trying to shake it off, and Romora definitely already trying to get in the zone, have some sort of download on Zenpo, and possibly taking some drinks of water, according to Werewolf, but so far it's working out. Oh no, there's something in the water, something just like Space Jam, but it's not working out, and Zenpo gets the grab, has to get away. Oh yeah, the Doom Missile saving Romora, keeping Zenpo away and giving Romora the chance to charge up, use some Genmu, establish some chip, especially now with Zenpo bleeding out. Oh, how many teleports was that? Was that the second or third? Now it might be a chance that Deadpool might explode on the third one. Have to be careful. Think about switching now or GHCing, because you do not want to lose that health just a character off of Deadpool. Yep, goes for super immediately, right? Tries to snipe. No assist call from Romora, so only 0 takes the chip damage. Oh, and gets the dive, especially with the Doom Missiles to take it out. Romora immediately snaps out Akuma. Thought he was going to go to finish off the Deadpool, possibly with the mix, but no, wants to take care of Akuma, knows that Tatsu is annoying. The X Factor snipes are just as bad and not for Romora's favor at all. Was able to get the hit and take care of this Demon Goki, but Deadpool was able to heal just a bit, but just a bit to give Romora a longer combo display for all of us. And now it's all up to the traveling Japanese man. Oh, almost fell with the air elbows, not able to convert it. Was able to kill the 0, got the hit on Dr. Doom. Gonna take all this damage, bring it to the floor. Oh, and just Chip reading the air dash for Romora. Oh no, Romora trying to super jump away to super DHC. Romora just gonna try to do something. Yep. Yeah, definitely was gonna respond to the DP. I think Romora was familiar though and ready. Decided to X Factor, knowing it's gonna happen, or even heard the audio cue before the DP came out and X Factored in reaction. But Romora taking the 3rd game, leading up 2-1. Aside from whoever's drinking any kind of water, I think all of us should take a nice little swig of the water we got by us. Hopefully, that juice. It's always important to stay hydrated. Possibly that's why they're taking breaths right now. They're just taking a quick sip of the juice. Quick little aguacitas from the Alps of different locations across the world. I myself am a fan. But in the meantime, back to the game. Romora now trying to, probably has the download, just getting some good old loops on Zenpool, probably thinking that Zenpool was not able to block on reaction, is more making read blocks and just kind of just hitting different direction loops, mixing up the inputs of Zenpool, and it's working out. See right there, mixed the input and got the low from behind, decides to switch, gets Akuma, stays in front from that, just a regular jumping S from 0, but in the meantime getting the pizza cutter, bringing it back to the floor, gonna get the Doom extension, brings it down. So Genmu, yeah, probably just at least for the next mix-up, easy kill on the Akuma. What's the hit? Goes behind. Zenpo was not ready. No, actually it was staying in front, looks like, actually, because 0 hadn't hit the floor. And yeah, this is definitely gonna be another easy round for Romora. DHC's into the Spear Flame. Oh, for a perfect. And yeah, sorry, didn't mean to flare up that much, as Romora gets up to set point now. Zenpul gonna have to maybe make some much sharper or quicker adaptations to Romora's game plan, even though it is Zero and we all understand the name of the game. But so far, it kind of looks like Zenpul's not letting it worry him, making sure to block the demons and the dooms. Going back to Thor, able to make the original game plan of just hopping from side to side, you know, really avoiding Romora, letting his own inputs not getting mixed up. Ooh, even able to get some grenades on Doom. But now it's just a time of when is Zedful gonna go in, but unfortunately gets air grab by Romora. It gets a pickup off a Rapid Slash. Another dive kick, Zero Buster. Doom assist into lightning loops, bring it to the floor. So Genmu is gonna be an easy kill on Zenpul, and he's even still gonna have enough time to at least have one mix. Here we go. Stays nowhere, backs up. Zenpul even attempted to protect the air grab and still got hit, but was able to get out. Oh no, the range of the Hadouken was not able to hit Romora, and Zero just ends up able to come down and block it. Oh, nice on Zenpul falling down, gonna able to hit both characters, takes on Vergil. Doom gonna come in, has to block the Hadouken. No, yeah, I mean, could Romora have super jumped if Zenpul decided to demon off the reaction of that super happening? I don't know. X Factor could have happened. It would have been fast. Probably Zenpul didn't want to risk it, especially since Zenpul doesn't have X Factor. But in the meantime, gonna lose Ryu. Here it comes. Oh no, did not block the low off the block stun. Nice on Romora, just making sure that Mix stayed up in front and kept Zenpul locked down to take that 4-1. Unfortunate for Zenpul, getting knocked down to the losers bracket, I believe, hopefully. Hey, yo, replay that. Yeah, definitely that is a clip if I ever seen one about to happen, because that was such a nice mix. Yeah, I had never seen that before, but man, it looks so rip. Nito coming out as we get into this first set. I wonder who's going to be pushing forward, and it's Angelic trying to start the offense. Knows that Jibrill wants to hang back and build some meter and just get hits off punishes, but Angelic not giving Jibrill the chance. Nice pickup. Switches for the first mix, misses, but is able to get the pickup off that assist. Nice on Angelic, gonna use the bar to kill off Jean. Hopefully it is enough. Yep, takes it up. Now Jibrill's free to use meter. Does Doom have the blocks on this?
Oh, well, it looks like the person that did the danger was lurking behind was no DuckTales. It was Doom in this case, getting clipped by that Vergil, but eating the round trip as a chip setup and needs to deal with this Mystic Ray. Angelic not going for a kill there, giving Jibrill the opportunity to bring in Magneto in a safe way that he could potentially confirm off of. No, Jibrill decides to keep his X Factor, doesn't want to invest it in Vergil here. Probably the least practiced character on Angelic's team, even though he's good with all of his characters. And we'll see if Jibrill's punished for that, because letting Angelic's Vergil live went pretty badly for Magneto, and now it's Doom versus those meteors and Mystic Rays and all of these scary things. Oh, is able to make it so that Shuma comes in, but even off of that snap, doesn't have the confirm and the kill. And with that, Angelic going up, taking the first game against Jibrill.
Yeah, I always like how Angelic, no matter whether or not you have a little or a lot of health, the combo is that he's hitting you with is designed to kill anyone at full health completely. So do not worry whether or not that combo is going to be dropped. It's just more about how long it's going to take to kill you, because it's going to happen. And Angelic getting this first hit again, or another hit off this, another mix. Is Jean going to block? What a teleport screen all the way to the other side. Jibrill was not ready. And again, just able to get the hit and kill off Dream. Now this time, Jibrill has 3 supers, and a Doom is able to get the air back dash into the sky with some phone tods. Attempted to approach with the gun, but was too close, and Angelic just ready with that air throw. What it means for the Lunar, gonna go for wall bounce. Yep, has to reset with the round trip. Perhaps it just didn't hit this time. Gets another reset air throw. Wow. This is just multiple hits. What do you think Angelic is gonna go for? Some loops or some THCs? Or do you think he's gonna have just gonna have to go for a THC or a reset possibly, guys?
Looks like the meter is getting invested this time. I think that what's going to happen, went for the hard knockdown from the lunar phase, but ended up not getting punished for it. Magneto gets to come in safely with Tempest, and now Vergil needs to eat a mix-up. Rocks are there to protect and to disrupt the Shuma, so there's no anti-combo breaker afterwards. Shockwave is going to connect here and kill off Vergil. This is looking good for Jibrill. Has the opportunity to get the hit, was able to connect with rocks, but the mix-up he didn't let him get a confirm off of them. And this is a match that's a little scrambly. We're seeing some purification pillars not come out necessarily for Angelic, but back to that challenging matchup. And Jibrill ends up using X Factor and Meter, but gets in on Dormammu, and that's all he needs. Let's see what the incoming mix-up is on Shuma. Is it going to be something where he stays in? Is he going to run away afterwards? Goes for the throw, and this is going to be the end of the squid. You do not need much when you're X Factor 3 Doom. You just are able to kill off a character. Didn't even need to use Meter.
And now we're going the distance once again, needing 4 wins now. So it's definitely gonna not only be definitely now a mental fortitude at this point. How long can your mental stamina hang on, especially when you're taking all these mix-ups, especially these combos. Oh, that Jibrill's doing did a reset. Angelic pushing an assist button. And wow, Squid took so much health and even got the hit on Dormammu, possibly a snap situation, if not just raw kill. What does Angelic need to do to avoid this from happening still?
And he had summoned Shuma on top of that, so Shuma comes in at even less life. This is looking great for Jibrill. Every decision he makes is working. He has all of the correct reads on Angelic and is going to be able to go up 2-1 against the Vergil Dormammu Shuma. Do you think we're going to see any Wolverine come out? No, it just stays with the Vergil. Doesn't want to have to deal with the potential of going into that Zero Wolverine matchup. And this is going to do a lot of damage, but does he have a kill here? Oh, was able to get the second high time from the high bubble hitting, but didn't choose to invest the meter. It may have killed Doom, but it definitely wouldn't have killed Magneto. And is rewarded for not spending the meter with an extra opportunity to get the hit, get the kill, and has meter on deck for Doom now.
And luckily able to dodge the round trip mix-up. Even the assist this time, I think Jibrill being a bit more aware, never mind. Now, of course, Jean coming out has only 3 bars. Angelic taking the time to X Factor, immediately kill her, give no chances. Probably knew wasn't going to build a meter in chance. Now just chipping out with the round trip, going for the teleport. Jibrill smartly advancing guard, but almost got hit. Oh, Angelic not scared to just snap with forward. X Factor's cancels, attempts to make something happen. Jibrill starting to heal now. Getting closer, attempting to foot dive, doesn't work out. Oh, but Angelic just keeping Jibrill knocked down and all this hits done. Jibrill again just going for spear hit, but Jibrill was smart and ready, good with the timing to dodge all those hits. And even it up 2-2. Man, Angelic's waking up here.
Nice work to Angelic. Seemed to do well in the point battle. Hasn't had to deal with the Dark Phoenix as an issue, and it's really just been like how the matchup has worked against Magneto and Doom. And let's see if he's able to maintain that momentum, pressing buttons in situations that the reset makes it not okay. The snap there somehow negatively interacted with the rocks, and Rocks has been a dominant force in this matchup in a lot of ways. That normally Plasma Beam is incredibly strong and Missiles is incredibly strong, but Rocks is doing the work this game.
Yeah, I mean, fortunately for Angelic, doesn't have to really worry about so much overheads, even able to get stuff like this started. Oh, but the Flame Carpet misses, and not even the assist. Luckily for Angelic, it's only Dormammu getting hit, but Jibrill just being so dominant. Has 5 bars, hasn't hit. Squid's gonna come in super low. Jibrill's gonna be able to just hang back. Even uses the meter. I mean, even if Angelic does hit out and snap out Jean, I think she would probably build meter just in time. But we're about to find out. Gets the hit, bring it down. Angelic trying to prove me wrong immediately. X Factor can't. Yeah, just wanted to make it happen. Wow. Excuse my words. I'll have to take that back. Even gets a hit. What? Had the overhead, but it didn't connect for some reason. Gonna super. Oh, try to throw out buttons to make it happen, but no worries. Angelica still has other lives. Jibrill probably gonna super. No, yeah, just trying to waste out this X Factor time at this point. Oh, unfortunately, Shuma's not able to grab level 3. Level 3 is gonna make it back up. Yeah, trade. Unfortunately, from all the frames being out there, Angelic Shuma was not so invincible. I had forgot the shades are right there. The stun of shades. Oh, so funny.
and was able to punish the Helmbreaker, realized that Angelic was likely to come down with that button, and did the air dash back Magnetic Blast. So if he did nothing, he would land late on the Magnetic Blast, and if he did the Helmbreaker, he would get caught out of it. Very nice analysis of like likely moves that Angelic might take by Jibrill. And Jibrill just getting such good pressure in the corner. His use of rocks whenever things drops has been really good. And this time the TAC is broken though. And the Mystic Ray for the confirm is going to get the knockdown against Magneto. Uses 2 bars. Is this enough to get the kill?
Oh, flipped out of it. Oh, didn't get the chance to DHC, possibly. I mean, Jibrill knows already has the 5 bars. Oh, got the mix. So it's just a matter of how much damage Jibrill wants to get before switching engine or being forced. Try to get the stay in front air dash attempted. Got counter from the THC, having another chance. Flame Carpet actually came out, but Dormammu is bleeding, but got the falling down. Nice bait on the super jump, came right back down. Oh, but didn't hit Phoenix this time, but got the low. What's the setup?
Okay, with the eye pop for the kill. Oh no, got hit, so the eyes didn't have time to explode. No optimal setup for Angelic on incoming, is going to lose the squid, and Jean has the mix-up on Dorm. Oh, does not lose the squid. Loses the squid a little bit later, okay. And that had been so unfortunate. Angelic going for the throw, but just a few centimeters too far, and ended up losing to the Phoenix. And I bet Jibrill's feeling that right now, because we didn't see a heavy button come out from Jibrill. He wasn't doing the throw tech. On a Marvel stream, could go through the HAVENGERS Nexus in order to be able to purchase some hype at Capcom games while simultaneously putting the queen. And
I like that. But as you're saying, yeah, into this next match, DXP getting that air throw right away. What? No way. PS1 controller, that's tight. DXP getting the hit, able to raw attack into Doom. Trying to make something happen. Is DXP going to go for the switch, you think?
Let's see, has the kill on deck against MODOK. It looks like he's just going to take the kill. Doesn't end up having a snap on deck, and then now that's down to solo Morrigan with Phoenix. If Morrigan gets one hit like that, Phoenix is now pretty guaranteed. Mothman's one of the players that's pretty willing to go for the TAC or double TAC. He's recently set up the Phoenix TAC herself for going for the Infinite instead of TACing back into a second character to go for the Infinite. So let's see if he ends up bringing that out. Oh, got crossed up by the input, but still manages to fix it and get the kill. Was probably going for Phoenix Inferno and then would have gone into Astral after the kill, but it looks like instead got the kill, was able to salvage. Really nice work to Buckman there. ZX Pride with these nice colors for his character. Has some of that alternative green coming out for Doom, along with the Strider that matches. Ooh, but the trap is not happy birthdaying as desired. Phoenix Inferno is coming out, catches and kills Strider. Now, X Factor is on deck, but Mothman's in a case where if he gets hit relatively soon, Doom can potentially bring in and get rid of Phoenix. Let's see if he gets that opportunity, or just Morrigan is able to shoot things and waste time and not deal with this being a problem. Oh, she wasn't able to for long enough, but was given a second chance at life, and immediately converted that second chance at life into the end of Dooms. Comboing into level 3, that's going to Mothman going up over DXP 1-0 in his winner semi-set.
Oh man, hard to believe that was the first game. Man, it felt like 2, but Mothman definitely not letting it bother some, especially with that low 12 MS. No wonder he's able to block all of these Vadras and these mixes from DXP. DXP trying to get some swords going on. Got hit twice by the round chip, but was not able to capitalize, but got it this time off the Stinger. Going for the ground bounce, wall bounce, reset, snaps in the Phoenix this time. Do not want to go brawl. Oh, stays in front and actually hits Jean, and she's out. But Mothman has 2 bars, but is about to have no Morrigan right now, as DXP decides to just pop the X Factor, get rid of this character. Excellent Luna Star. Max hits, able to get 2 in a row. Double trigger, just the scoops, not needed to super. Here it goes, round trip, and Mothman was not able to block. What a connection with the Vajra assist into a perfect DXP answering.
How many letters is that word? Do we know in the Marvel community? I think that in this case we may have some opportunities. Oh, but that far-reaching stand H was able to punish the 5B from MODOK. 5B is a gigantic button, but very few buttons in this game are gigantic in comparison with Vergil. And if you too cannot read or count, one of the things that you do need to be able to read and do is just like what it says for your subscribe button. So that's the only thing y'all need it for. But Avengers confirmed Marvel player. Morrigan here eating a lot of damage as an assist before she falls off. Is going to potentially die. It looks like giving some extra opportunities for Mothman to play and investing his Spiral Swords and killing off Morrigan. That means that he'll have less resources to fight Phoenix, especially if she gets to get herself into the situation where she could pop. His team is very well constructed for fighting Phoenix, but no matter how well constructed your team is for fighting Phoenix, eating incoming mix-ups from her is no fun. Do you think that Mothman's going to invest resources in order to kill off any of these characters?
I definitely think so, looking the way Mothman's handling. Oh no, here we go. Attempted foot dive just right in the face. No, she gets blown back, and Mothman's able to connect it immediately. Here comes the mix. Vergil doesn't able to block, and he's dead. Here he goes. X Factor double jumps over, but was not able to block in front. Mothman making quick work. Oh no, yep, just had that Dark Phoenix game. Yeah, definitely. Mothman had Dark Phoenix in the bag, was ready and aware. Right, just completely capitalize on DXP's team as we go back 1-1. Wow, or no, 2-1. That should be 2-1, I believe now, right?
I think you're right. And on top of that, though, didn't see many of the Phoenixes will have feathers for days because they're just mashing a button, but we saw that very precise dash to get to the opposite side from Mothman. Very calculated play, making an intelligent and chosen mix-up instead of just like and letting Vergil take the wheel. But this TAC is doing exactly what he needs. It's getting rid of Vergil. It's going to leave DXP. Oh no, it's not getting rid of Vergil. It leaves Vergil alive, and now DXP with the great confirm is going to be able to get the hit on Morrigan. Is he gonna go for the kill? Is he gonna go for the snap? Looks like this is gonna go for a kill here, I think. And bringing back in Vergil so that Vergil will be on point and ready for the MODOK matchup. Should be able to get the kill without investing any additional resources. And oh, mistimed the incoming real badly and loses Vergil as a result. MODOK is now able to set up both a floating bomb and a Dorito for his own incoming. That was not what Dead Pride wanted with an air dash up forward butter gun, but it didn't turn into a dead doom, so all's well in the lands of Dead Pride. The office is safe. Oh, but the office is not safe from Doritos. People didn't throw them out when they were told it's 5 months old. Need to make sure to update in the office because that was death by Dorito for Dr. Doom. Let's see if Strider's able to handle the crunchy snacks a little bit better.
Ooh, was almost able to punish the Excalibur. Yeah, but Mothman being smart, knowing if you just hang up in the air, it's a lot harder for Vajra or Boris to connect, especially from that side. Oh, finally got it back to the floor, but DXP was not ready. Now just trying to chip out with normals. Ooh, Mothman definitely was trying to whip out something. Got the mix on Phoenix. Oh, and she just built the 5th bar. Here we go. It doesn't have to pop X first. I even attempted to just go Vajra. What? The mind reads. Oh, Vajra again, but this time hanging back. Now just trying to wait for the moment. Mothman just choosing the time to wait with the traps and is able to hit DXP, not giving him a chance to teleport or do nothing at all. Onset point, Mothman just being smart and all that perseverance, like I said, but DXP still not down and out, is able to get the raw attack combo into Doom. Gonna get this, possibly needs to build a meter if DXP wants to snap. What do you think is gonna happen, Sarah?
I would hope for the snap here. It isn't going to kill otherwise, and now has a really good mix-up on Phoenix. Vaporizes her before she that chicken got cooked. And Morrigan's getting cooked here too. The damage output off of that starter should be enough to get rid of her and bring Vergil in for the mix-up on MODOK. This is looking very scary for Mothman, but there was a drop and now his Morrigan gets to play, and he's not someone who relies solely on Phoenix, and being able to use meter freely as the rest of his team just puts him in such a dangerous position for Dead X Pride.
Ooh, and it was able to almost get that connection with the Vajra assist and the falling swords. With that H, unfortunately, such big recovery, giving Mothman the opportunity to get all this extra combo, maybe level 3, yep, cash it out, had all that extra meter, probably was going to use it to some kind of astral, possibly trying to get a high birthday, but figured at least get rid of the big problem of Vergil, that is. But Strider's still hanging on the back. Well, as you see, Mothman still had some offense and defense to take care of that. Falling with the feats, even got the happy birthday almost, but no. Now it switches back to DXP getting the foot dive. Oh no, Mothman got a bit too greedy trying to punch that assist. Ooh, even got the chasing for extra meter and took away one from Mothman. Reset from the butter guns. Ooh, probably thought he was gonna die. Is the butter gun gonna get hit? No, but Strider is. Shadow Blade. X Factor? No, just got as much damage as they could on Strider, that's all. But DXP going for the photons was right in that vulnerable angle I've been telling you about that Doom has, right on top of his head, knew to fall down, even got the THC with extra meter. Mini teabag with the analyzers, oh, attempted the feat, but DXP has the opportunity to orb once again, but Mothman does not have enough health to stay up in the sky to run out these. Mothman attempting to go for level 3, but it's not going to matter. Enough time to orbs and connect. Yeah, DXP has these combos. Oh, missed! Unfortunately, did not have the satellite shot, but it's just going to come down to possibly a Vajra? No, DXP being smart and just playing the zone game with the bird bombs, as the bird bombs can take up and absorb so much projectile absorption. For those of you that know, it definitely beats out a lot of Doom photons. In the meantime,
yeah, the bird bomb, all of the things that are explosion class, like the bird bomb, shocking pink from Viewtiful Joe, and pineapple surprise, and also Phoenix's own TK shots. When they explode, they just eat all the other projectiles in the game, or all the non-hyper ones at least. And looks like MODOK is now back to full screen, is able to live long enough to get up to essentially 4 meters, is going to finally die out, but Morrigan doesn't have that hard of a job. She needs to get one good hit on a character even if she doesn't kill them, or just block for long enough that the snap doesn't immediately kill Phoenix. Oh, this is about as late of a snap as you could get and hope to have it work out. But now Mothman needs to get a hit or a block. I think that the XP needs to invest X here, not invest X, and because of that, Phoenix is going to pop in a much scarier situation than she may have otherwise. DXP entirely ready for the raw tag. Even though he was bred in the power of the office, he didn't get the full confirm off of it. But knowing that Mothman likes to go for that double TAC tech, was able to deal with it and break accordingly. Now Phoenix has the opportunity to pop in a good situation for DXP. He gets to put swords on, is going to be able to waste so much of the time. Gets a hit on her, but doesn't get the proper confirm off of it. What does he do to mix up Dark Phoenix here?
At least
now meter is out.
Yeah, she's dead.
Okay, solo Morrigan, X Factor running out, is going to lose to DXP, pushing some buttons, and with that, it is tied up 3-3 in between these two excellent players.
I think Mothman maybe knew that it wasn't going to go his favor, so possibly tried throwing H just to see how the trade went, and just collecting data, save it for the next round. As immediately Mothman ends up getting this hit, even a HC on, able to get Morrigan for the almost infinite cursed him, even got the raw tag, oh no, but was able to block the Vajra. Nice block on Mothman. Oh, and DXP just laying down the photons, waiting for the chance to call Vajra again, and it hits this time. Connection for DXP, just getting that nice pickup. Doom and Strider, best friends, homies. And snaps out Jean.
Okay, she gets the opportunity to run away for a bit, and ends up summoning Harmonizer instead of going for the dry tag, and dry tags later. That way, even if there's an immediate snap here by DXP, he needs to hit with the first incoming mix-up. Had hit with it, but did not confirm, and now all these blocks and the Morrigan summon means that Dark Phoenix is going to be online, but DXP doing the work, getting all the meter he needs to make this happen. but he sacrifices Strider for the way that he decided to kill her. And now it's up to Vergil in the back and Doom in the center. Oh, that mix-up came from the opposite side, and Doom Time's gonna be enough here. Phoenix goes down, and now it's all up to MODOK. You think a solo MODOK with no X-Factor can come back against Vergil and Doom?
Definitely. Falling feats. I believe, right here. Super jump, falling feet. Psych. DXP went for the air dash tech of the double trigger from Vergil, was able to get double overheads and just mixed on Mothman, taking it over 4-3. Gets up to Mothman. And we would appreciate, especially if you'd want to not watch those pesky ads, so you don't miss this fight going down right now. Romora trying to make something happen, start the offense. Priest almost getting a whiff punish immediately, gets the beam to back off Zero. Romora still not giving up, pushing in, backs up, waits to give a moment for the Buster charge, gets a hit off the lightning loops, is able to connect, and you see the Doom missiles coming out to be able to help out Romora with the extension, bring it to the corner. Was smart enough to know to want to bring out the down MODOK immediately with that falling S. As it gets this again with lightning loops, do you think Priest is going to be able to dodge this incoming mix?
Oh, I had thought there was the chance, but not this time. I think that the heavy Raccoon got him to the other side in time. The rapid slash crossed up. Not 100% sure on that. It's so hard to block it. Now it looks like Magneto is dead, and it's all up to Doom. You think that the Latvian dictator is going to be able to do this?
Oh, I think Priest got too happy and probably tried to level 3 right there, and it didn't come out and just got dashed instead. Oh no, this is the worst thing that could have happened for Priest. I'm sure it had to be some input drops. Unfortunate. I looked like it with a nice foot dive. It was definitely a good read from Priest. I was ever impressed. Just as impressed as we get cheered some biddies. Thank you very much from Shogun 69. Woo! Thank you for the biddies.
Hope that recovery and stuff is going well for you, Shogun. In case medical stuff is still impactful, because I know that just because people are done with the initial medical thing doesn't mean that it's always like easy to deal with afterwards. So send positive energy to all the folks in the Marvel community who are making it out to things, participating in streams, and just like, or just like the ones who survive Zero mix-ups, but that doesn't look like it's going to be Priest at the moment. So you could only send thoughts and prayers Priest's way, because it looks like his Magneto is done.
Oh, nice Shoryu. And let's see what MODOK's gonna do. Goes for the air grab. Oh, nice read, but unfortunately gets hit by the Doom missiles. But it's alright, gives Priest the chance to backdash the heck out of there. As you saw this magnificent, beautiful backdash. Romora just goes for the level 3 to at least hit the assist. The Doom missiles hit, but the Doom missiles hit back to Romora, not giving him the chance to close the distance. And Priest just putting the Anon's Cube to just make it a bit more harder for Romora to navigate through. Man. But look at Romora just being ever so just aggressive and just holding on, knowing that eventually Romora's going to get the hit with that Zero. And now just up to Doom. Half health bleeding. Immediately goes for Super. Yeah, I mean, Romora wasn't paying attention. Oh, what a mix. The stayed in front air dash. Is Romora going to make a comeback? Especially with the clutch factor that he got. Oh, Super into GHC possibly. Double trigger. Nice break, but got the assist hit. Using assist doesn't hit. Oh yeah, even kills Doom. Oh no. Now it's just up to 2 X Factor right now. Oh no, Romora had the falling H, just needed to connect it. Oh yeah, has no meter, has to build it. Attempting to push a button or maybe even grab, but unfortunately for Romora gets a hit. Romora taking it 2-0 over Priest. Woo, let's go. Just kidding, I don't want to be biased.
I mean, Romora is showing Priest what it's like to fight a community finalist, and Priest needs to take this seriously if he wants to be able to win that. So, with that, Romora able to get a really good confirm off of his backwards movement, putting up a safe wall of that air down H, but didn't end up converting it into a kill. Did take off a good half of Magneto's life without needing to invest any actual resources though, so just like needs to get back to playing neutral. Both of them have missiles on deck, but Romora has Buster Charge, so it's very risky for Priest to summon missiles, using a bit more of the Psionic Blaster in neutral. But that chip damage adds up real quick if just a couple of busters end up hitting. and the Air Tempest has a wide enough array to let MODOK get in safely. This is really helpful for Priest. Magneto's going to be able to build up like half of his life again, and Priest is getting a lot of these hits that aren't fully confirming, where he's hitting some baby feet and then backing off a bit. It feels like there's just not quite the confidence that this is going to hit, and Romora taking any chance he has for Zero to survive again and proving to Priest why you need to get rid of this character. Have confidence when you need to have confidence, because leaving Zero alive is very bad. This time, we'll see if leaving MODOK alive is what's really very bad, because those missiles confirm for him and MODOK manages to get rid of Zero.
And Priest making the decisive switch, feeling a bit more confident in the Magneto versus Doom matchup, but more confident in any matchup, because his Doom is, of course, Max is fantastic. Cool, as he is able to get rid of the missiles, not get hit, back up. Oh, but Priest going for the DHC, but Romora was blocking. Still has Vergil in the back, but not enough meter to DHC. Oh, try to go for an air throw, possibly got it, but got tagged instead. Broke away. Now Romora having the 2 meters, trying to make something happen. Goes for it here. Priest able to set up the Dorito, but is it going to be able to withstand? No. But Priest doing a good job so far of blocking all this mix. And now Romora having no meter, was almost going to get the punishment. Oh, was going to get the scoops on Romora's high time. Was attempting a punch, but not going down as time's winding down. 24 seconds on the clock. And MODOK's just getting super chipped. Oh, nice raw tag to hit both assist and Vergil, and now Priest was able to get the hit, and looks like this Sparta Sun is getting taken out. Super? Yeah, you have to at the very least. Oh, decides to GHC, just have the setup and established kill, setting up the Dorito. Don't count the Doom up from Romora. Never mind, as Priest gets the hit and ends up taking a game now, setting it 2-1 to go to the distance, as we see from the famous Romora attack.
And we're seeing Romora take a moment before pressing the rematch. Priest wants to get back into this. The Drip Magneto is the least patient of the Magnetos. He wants to lay some hands on people, but looks like at this opportunity, Zero full screen getting Buster Charge, but now that he doesn't have Buster Charge, and also just against Ionic Blaster in general, needs to be a little bit more respectful than he would in a lot of matchups where Buster will just beat things full screen. Needs to respect both Heavy Disruptor and Psionic Blaster Assist as things that when they come out, they'll eat Buster, so he doesn't get to just use it for free to protect his Doom calls. And but with that in mind, Romora has used meter, and Priest has been just building it up, has been very safe, but now the missile's connected, and does Romora have a confirm? Doesn't have one from Super Jump there in this situation, but Priest brings in the MODOK, his Magneto has time to recover, and Romora needs to stall out relatively effectively with Zero just because his Doom is bleeding so much, and he does not want all of that red life to turn into no life.
Definitely. But Priest still making it work, using the Analyze Cubes, able to finally take out this Maverick, and Doom coming in with less than half health, and now getting hit, just gonna get vanished. And wow, what is the shield already charged up to max size, even able to get the hit on Vergil? Yeah, immediately size X Factor, just wants to get rid of the problem, able to get the scoop and the pickup. And Priest tying it up 2-2. I thought Romora was going to have the chance to push a button or make something get started at least, but unfortunately died with X Factor and resources. And Priest just on that rematch saying, let's go, I'm ready to get to the next match. We're trying to get these things set up already.
Priest saying that Sunday schools come early this week. It's happening on Wednesday, Romora. Better be in class, because you're going to eat some of these magnetic blasts for a while now. It looks like Priest is getting much more comfortable in playing the matchup and much more aggressive than he was. I'm not sure how well that aggression fares against Romora when Romora's defensive use of tools like missiles is just so solid at making it so he gets multiple chances to stay safe while making potential reads that could win him the game. And now Magneto backed into the the corner while missiles are coming down is going to not be fast enough to avoid it, and just the instant low from Romora is definitely enough. Magneto is dead, and MODOK is going to eat this incoming. Let's see if the Rapid Slash, it is the Rapid Slash, but instead of using the heavy Raikou-sen, just goes with some fancy footwork on the ground to get around him. MODOK is going to be bleeding here. Let's see if he manages to kill with a single meter, or if Romora needs to use a second. I think this is just one. Oh no, it would have been just one, but he got a jump medium instead of what he needed. Ow. You think Priest has the solo Doom proficiency necessary to run it back against the entire team of Romora?
I think so. Every Doom player has that gene, that X Factor gene in them, able to come back and utilize the soul power of the SDP. And sometimes this is how it gets started. Started hitting the assists, forcing Romora to pop his X Factor. So far, still looking good as long as Priest can hold on. Attempted the foot dive, it worked out. Oh, and it was able to get the pickup despite the reset. Here it starts. It's starting to happen.
Hey.
Here's the mixing Doom.
Oh, that had the opportunity to be something. I'm curious why Priest went for that, but ends up getting caught by some photons. Having X Factor on deck means that there's the potential to get the kill, but one of the photons got just far enough around the hyper photons that Romora was able to get out of there with his life. Gets the confirm, very nice work adjusting so both it doesn't drop and it brings Priest into the corner for this kill. Romora going up 3-2 against Priest.
Ooh, more clinching it ever so closely. Trying to make sure it's ever so entertaining for us here at home watching tonight. But Priest taking a breather this time, not actually pushing, but still being the first to press rematch. Romora probably just taking it in, see what things went right, try to stick to him. As Romora pushes forward and then immediately backs off in the beginning of the start of the match. Priest just hanging forward, trying to get a mix, making sure that he can maybe mix up Romora's inputs as Zero's zooping all over the screen, trying to make some lightning hits, overheads, but so far it's just a couple hits back and forth. Despite Romora's movement all over the screen, Romora happens to have less health at the time and was able to get that air throw escape, but just slowly kind of getting chipped, and Priest kind of being a bit more aware. It's like, all right, cool, I'm okay with hanging back in the zone action. Tries to make a move forward, but Romora was able to back up with the pizza cutter, just normal jump. Fortunately able to escape. Tries to dive, and unfortunately they trade, and then Priest is able to get a magnetic blast, go in for a chance, is able to connect shit off all these S's. Did not gravity pull Romora back, but was able to spend the second meter to kill the 0. Now it's up to Doom to block. Oh, the Dorito went away, giving Romora the chance to get out of the corner. Pushes forward, but Priest just advances guard, pushing Doom back. Trying again, but Priest just being so smart, pushing advanced guarding Doom's projectiles to push Romora back into the corner.
And this is one of the many matchups that is hard for Doom. I like Romora investing in making it a matchup between Vergil and MODOK instead, because in a lot of the situations that Priest could, or that it's normally possible to stall with Doom, MODOK could just put up a shield or get higher up than you and not really worry about like losing any value to the stalling. And it looks like Priest was ready for Vergil just as much, kills off the character. Now let's see if Romora is able to do that same solo Doom power that was able to come through for Priest. Oh, the X Factor to get around, doesn't press S in time. Priest was out a meter and had already used his X. I wasn't sure if Romora was making a defensive read in case Priest tried to do something after the killer illumination, but Sphere Flame here is going to connect. Looks like MODOK is eating a ton of damage. One good string of chip is going to take him out. And now Romora gets an incoming mix-up on Magneto, and very nice block by Priest, is able to make sure that he's not dead, and has only 20 seconds left on the clock, which is very ideal for just running away from Doom. Use a shockwave if he needs to, put magnetic blast in the way, just not getting into situations bad. And oh my gosh, someone avoiding getting into bad situations is Deadeye Willy 420, not letting their subscription run out. They need more foot dives, they say. So let's see. I think that the HAVENGERS is going to be able to supply more foot dives for you. Stream, are you able to give some foot dives to Deadeye Willie 420? If you do, please put them in the chat. Oh, I see some of those foot dives coming off. We have such a great chat here.
Definitely, and I think Romora is taking a chance to contribute to the chat with some foot dives, adhere to the word, talking about the great pastas, but personally I'm just a fan of spaghetti and meatballs. As we're back into this match, 3-3, winner takes the set, is able to advance forward. Romora was so far looking like that breather is helping him out, although still getting chipped overall. Priest just doing a good job of just sniping the Dr. Doom and just laying on the damage, but Romora finally getting the air grab, connects with the dive, has enough meter to extend this with Dr. Doom. Definitely just has to drop this down, so Gamu definitely going to be able to connect with all these lightning oops. And this definitely is going to be a dead Magneto. Magneto has not a whole lot of health. Oh, but unfortunately runs out of Sogamu, so he's not going to be able to do a double layered mix, but it's not going to matter. Romora gets to still anyway staying up front. Priest just not ready. Probably got hit during a flight or something, but if not, in the meantime, it's not going to matter. This is looking already like a dead MODOK. And now begs the question, is Priest going to be able to utilize the SDP strength again?
No, let's see. I know that Fetus always recommends picturing people naked in order to have the right mindset. I think that Priest needs to picture Romora with Mundane's face on him in order to get the SDP rolling, but didn't do enough of that imagery and visualization, and because of that, Romora taking him down 4-3. And I don't think that was winner's set. I think that was actually losers. So that may be Priest being out of the tournament or more.
Interest as our love for Marvel, so it's always a great time seeing everybody greeting each other in the chat.
Yeah, the community here for Marvel, it's great that along with enjoying playing the game together and getting salty about some of the getting hit by the same things together, people also just like share the love, appreciate other folks in the community. And Babaghanoush, it looks like MemesMayCry going for the Morrigan team in order to fight off Zero Doom Vergil, and has been able to get into Astral, but with those resources has taken around a quarter Babaghanoush's life down, but is now at a decent meter disadvantage against that Sogenmu coming in. Is able to avoid the Sogenmu effectively for so long, but then is pushed into the corner and caught with an air throw. Fortunately for Memes though, Rapid Slash had already been used, and Hidden Missiles isn't going to let Zero get a pickup in that situation, so Memes gets an extra opportunity to live with his very stylish Morrigan. Also, if y'all are appreciating the cool colors that have been coming in tonight, throw some gratitude and kindness Eternal Yoshi's way, making the expanded color packs, making it so we have a more color satisfied community.
Yeah, I love these colors especially so much. Extra slots, extra opportunities for skins. But yeah, these colors have been nothing but excellent. But in the meantime, Babaghanoush sticking to just the ult of X, feeling more of a Mega Man, as he's just been doing a good job of just keeping it steady versus Memes. I've noticed that Babaghanoush has been doing great calls of Rapid Slash to punish Memes Doom as soon as it comes out. See, as soon as Doom came out, punished immediately. Although right now it's kind of looking a little wear for tear as Babaghanoush is having less health, but as we all know, Zero's the more dangerous, the lower health that he has, and is able to finally get the hit needed to take out the Morrigan, as now Babaghanoush has the first advantage, but oh, drops the lightning follow-up, and now is gonna back off and is able to raw tag into Doom, and now we got a Doom v Doom. Whose Doom will I couldn't think of a rhyme, but whose Doom do we think is gonna come out on top looking out so far, right, Sarah?
I think the Doom that'll clear this room is going to be Babaghanoush. He gets that
so
hit,
good.
is able to go in with the mediums, but he decided not to snap, and now that means MemesMayCry has that Vergil on deck. Do you think that Dark Vergil is going to get the chance to play? Oh, that's how he starts playing, and when he starts playing, it's over for Zero. Is going to be able to have the round trip mix up, and very nice block on Babaghanoush's behalf, but like having two really good blocks is not enough to save you from Dark Vergil in this game.
Luckily, the round trip was still the Dark Devil Trigger variation, giving the chance to MemesMayCry, as he's able to also build enough meter to super Babaghanoush and take this first round. Wow. It was almost looking in Ball's favor, but Memes was able to clutch it out. Again, as we go back into the next round, Babaghanoush already making an adaptation, still staying aggressive, trying to just get in Meme's face. Especially right now, since Meme doesn't have Astral set up. Immediately punished, told Doom, get the heck out of here. But unfortunately dropped the combo on Memes Morrigan, and again, it got the hit, was not able to connect. But look at Babaghanoush being ever so patient, just hanging back with the Buster. What do you think Babaghanoush is really looking for, Isara?
At the moment, I think that he wants to stall out Astral because he's been pretty effective at getting value in that way. It's going much better than the first game, and I also think that he's trying to see which situations it's safe to punish Doom when he comes out, because Memes relies pretty heavily on those hidden missiles calls in order to have his value set up with Morrigan, and it looks like Babaghanoush has very consistently just been like shooting the Dictator, hitting him with an S, something to keep him from being able to support on screen for so long. And my gosh, Babaghanoush has been getting so much leverage out of the command dash cross up. He had the one in that last set that had been the one that only works when your opponent's afraid, where you command dash and then immediately just command dash to the other side. And now it's going to be down to Doom Vergil on both teams. Let's see which Doom Vergil is going to be able to reign supreme. The first hit comes from MemesMayCry. Would you invest the resources here to kill or snap Doom? Goes for the snap.
Yeah, immediately. And has almost a meter. Oh, it looked like it stayed in front, but actually was in the same side. Oh, got that nice punish off just the raw H. And Babaghanoush wastes no time to spend the resources. Being able to tie. Oh no, that's right. Doom is still alive. Yeah, Babaghanoush did the right thing, and now it's just up to me. Doom, who has close to no health, close right in the face, attempted to do an air dash, but the double trigger ran out, so was not able to do a second one. Memes just hanging on, has the meter to do so, and can actually start tripping out Baba if he do so, but was not ready for those hits to eat up his normals, as giving the opportunity for Baba to take to even it up, that crouching line.
And you see that Babaghanoush has been getting a lot of advantage with screen space as well. Now he's back in the corner, but had been just like pushing Memes to the corner a lot. He's been pursuing a lot neutral, and right now Doom is bleeding, so if he gets summoned badly, just like using a buster into Sogenmu pop, there's the chance that Doom might just die as an assist. So Memes needs to be very cautious with those summons. Oh, he protected his Doom. That's the thing though, if you know that you need to be cautious, you know that the person's hunting for it, having that like false summon just to make sure that they will press a button when you have the opportunity to punish them for it can be a very good bait tactic, but Memes needs to be cautious with those because his Doom is bleeding incredibly hard right now.
Yeah, definitely. And now Babaghanoush has a meter, so he's going to be able to Sogenmu if he needs to. Yeah, this Doom does not want to be called. So here Sogenmu comes. Did Babaghanoush able to call Doom for himself? I'm not sure. Sogenmu's running down, is not able to get the hit. And it's always unfortunate when you just have 1 meter, use it, and it ends up not really converting to anything. And now, Memes is having 2 bars, just able to Astral and just kind of lay out some damage, knowing that Babaghanoush is not really going to super at all, so it's going to really just have to rely on their character. And Doom, oh, got the hit, oh, but it was just on the assist, not Morrigan. Smart about Baba not really pushing buttons, standing, waiting to block. It looked like possibly Memes could have just hit some crouching buttons, but instead decided to just wait and be patient themselves, even switching to Vergil and getting this kill on Dr. Doom. Now it's up to 0. I want to say X so bad. It's able to go into Sogenmu, try to find. Yeah, I see X and I think of the Palace Pop, so that's what I want to say.
I love that character. I wish more people played him, but it looks like MemesMayCry is not getting to appreciate X. He's only getting to appreciate X's sword right now, and with that, Vergil's done appreciating anything. Doom's going to come in. This is the more ideal team ordering that Babaghanoush wants, because MemesMayCry was able to come back with that Dark Vergil in an earlier game. Wants to make sure Vergil's cleaned up, and now it's down to just Doom and Morrigan. If it's down to Morrigan without any assists, it's much easier for Babaghanoush just to like play defensive, stall out for time. Still has X so that things aren't going to take him on. None of that's going to matter if you just mix up the character on incoming and kill them. Doesn't matter if they're Vergil or Morrigan or Dark Phoenix. If you mix them up when they're coming in, you win the game.
He dashed behind him the rapid slash pushed Morrigan back in front of him and was mixed him just like that. Turned from a behind to a front mix up. Wow, impressive for Babaghanoush. But Memes shaking it off immediately. That says, I'm not going to let that bother me. I'm going straight into Astral and I'm going to turn this whole set around.
And with that, this time his Morrigan has been able to, instead of just like keeping up in neutral, actually win it, gets rid of the majority of Zero, gets rid of so much of Doom, and has him in the corner against the missiles coming out. Oh, Photons, is there confirmation that Babaghanoush has on deck? Oh, and because of that, Memes is able to get away, avoid the entirety of Sogenmu, and get Astral on relatively safely. This is looking pretty dangerous for Babaghanoush, because even just a little bit of chip is going to be enough to get rid of Zero. And very nice work delaying and adjusting that with Memes. He waited and didn't shoot for a moment, then went for the air heavy Soul Fist in order to cover the predicted jump angle from Babaghanoush. Nice job adjusting to the behaviors, but Pixel Zero can still kill an entire team. Let's see if he's able to close out the last bit that's needed to get rid of this robot. Has the Astral on, and you've seen dry tags between Doom and Zero maybe, what, 5 times this game, Senor Mo?
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I see what Babaghanoush is doing, just absolutely using as much time to waste out the Astral. But it looks like it's not, I'm about to say not working out so far since Memes just decided to switch to Vergil to try to just seal the deal. But Babaghanoush ever so aware with the hit stun, X Factor cancels out of it, the hit between, and takes out the Vergil first. And now Morrigan's just hanging out in the back, which is not going to look good, especially when this Doom's getting hit by all these hits, all these rapid moons. Lunar Cycle gets brought back to the floor, is going to be able to get the connection. Heck yeah. And Devil Trigger runs out, goes immediately back into it, wants all the round trip advantages. Nice on Meme to try to X Factor to make something happen. Oh my, they actually switched places. Yeah, it means it got the hit. I thought Vergil had gotten the mix into a reset. It was actually Morrigan throwing sluggers on Vergil. Wow. Beat my eyes.
Very nice work to both players. Let's see how they end up adjusting. There had been so much neutral in all of the previous games, but Babaghanoush is like, why play along neutral when I could get a start at the beginning of the game and potentially run through the entire team? Oh, but if you don't run through the entire team, Memes has the opportunity to get multiple shell kicks to hit, doesn't get the confirm off of any of them, but has enough to instill that fear into Babaghanoush's heart. But the Buster comes down at an angle, is able to dismantle the startup of Astral, and that means that Memes only has 1 bar worth of Astral to work with here, which is so much safer for Babaghanoush to fight off.
Yeah, and in the meantime, Babaghanoush is just trying to make something happen. Decides to Sogenmu, gonna DHC, yeah. I mean, it's always nice when you have a Zero Assist that comes out twice, and Doom having all this health. This time Memes only having 1 beater. So it's really working out. Babaghanoush being ever so aware to really just make sure that things stay in his favor and just waiting for the opportune moment to hit Memes. But Memes being smart, playing, hitting all these Soul Fists in the right areas, making it difficult for Babaghanoush. Oh, and he even switches back Zero, wants to use the Sogenmu, but it runs out. Throws a Buster, doesn't hit anybody, hits Doom assist luckily, but was not able to create a connection at all. Now, what do you think Memes is gonna do, especially after getting hit by that mix from Zero? Gonna block?
We've just been seeing so much respect for... That's one of the things that has come up in this matchup a lot of times, is Memes has been very respectful of situations where Baba's been willing to command dash, take advantage of that respect, and use the fear in order to destroy Memes. But now, Memes stuck in the air with that Vergil is going to likely lose the character if Babaghanoush finishes this combo. But that was an awkward starter. Has access to missiles, so everything is fine, as it always is. Is going to, as long as he doesn't drop this combo, go up 3-2. But he drew. That was very fortunate for Baba that killed, because the chances of Vergil just running back through the team was real.
Yeah, it definitely. Oh man, I was like, who exploded? And then I see KO, and Zero said, "I'm taking you with me." Definitely reminiscent of X5 Mega Man. But in the meantime, Memes trying to get another one on the board as Babaghanoush is now on set point. Is getting both characters? No, just hit Zero. Just the Sogenmu believing. And oh, what a nice combo! Trying to make some soul drains happen. Babaghanoush having next to no meter at this point, and MemesMayCry still with the extra meter and the Astrals, just laying down all this damage on Dr. Doom. Babaghanoush probably trying to get out of the corner and mix up the inputs, but it's just not working out. Memes just being ever so present with the lockdown. And is able to get the chance to switch into Zero, but gets hit by Memes. And yeah, this Morrigan's just going to take you out. Oh, yeah, and the Doom missile is picking you off the ground. Goes immediately into Astro. More soul drains. I do want to point out that I do enjoy that Memes is deciding to throw in some soul drains. Not only because of the chance of taking away the meter, but you have, especially in Astral, you have 2 big projectiles. And especially since they're slow, you have to move around them, whether or not you're going to block or just dodge them, and that gives advantage to Memes, no matter the situation of how it ends up going down. And so far, it's proving out so right, as Memes still has 3 full characters, and Babaghanoush was forced to GHC and try to hit something, but missed, and Memes able to get the fly from the air back forward overhead from the shell kick to take out this character. And even THC's is Memes just gonna hit with a simple foot dive, or gonna go for an infinite, and he drops it. Chip situation.
Finishing shower isn't a true block string, but that means Babaghanoush has the opportunity to play Dark Vergil, and Memes is like, if I'm going to have to fight Vergil, I'm going to make it a mirror, except and Memes is doing it, has access to enough to kill off Baba before X even gets activated. Very nice work to Memes. Let's see what adjustments Babaghanoush makes. There was the opportunity for him to get through an entire team, but it just didn't happen that time. But immediately going in with that throw on Morrigan, getting the pressure and able to push him into the corner. Oh, a very nice block by Memes. I'm not sure. I think there was the potential for that to cross up, and not sure whether it actually did or not, but nice work to Memes either way. Resources used on both sides, but now Memes is the one who actually has Astralon for more of neutral now, and has eaten some damage from Busters. It manages to get Zero down to below half-life, is going to be able to get back into meter parity too. One of the things that's nice about Morrigan, or not nice if you're fighting her, but nice when you're playing her, is that she's one of the folks that has an install that still builds you meters. So even when she's playing neutral in there, she has the chance to just like get meter advantage with all of those soul fists, whether they're blocked or on hit. It's like incredibly useful for the general meter battle and managing how things interact in this game. But again, Babaghanoush has done a really good job every single game of making sure that as an assist, Doom starts bleeding. And yet again, Memes' Doom is coming in with less than a third life and is going to soon end up with 0 life. Because just like those assist punishes add up over time and are definitely enough. But Doom's not the character you need to kill here. We're seeing that character come in right now. But do you think that this combo is going to do it? Is Vergil going to die, or are we going to see an extra chance for Memes to come back from this potential
is definitely not going to drop it. Ooh, X Factor, nice, yeah. I was worried for just a sec.
And nice work to Babaghanoush in finishing that off. Great work to both players, but Babaghanoush is the one that's able to move on. Even when I'm not watching a Marvel stream, there could still be foot dives going on. There could still be people mashing as hard as they want, trying to save X Factor for next round. There's just good news around all available, so just like people are looking for some cool emotes that they may want to subscribe to the HAVENGERS. But looks like something that Romora wants right now is to make sure that anything MODOK related is not what gets through on those cool emotes, because he is lightninging that giant head into oblivion, but built up a decent amount of meter from MOTHMAN in the process. Goes for the snap, and MOTHMAN investing in the Phoenix Inferno, but doesn't get punished for it, and now is going to have the chance to play. Tri-tags back into Morrigan. She's very far from getting the meter she needs right now, but one good hit from Morrigan can make all of that change. Wow, the Lightning's durability got eaten by the Soul Fist. That was a very strange interaction. It feels like there should have been more things necessary to eat Lightning's durability, but I guess it's not quite as beefy as a Buster. Can chat
Yeah, I
confirm?
mean,
We have rock mode in chat. Chat, can you tell us what happened there as far as the Raccoon durability?
yeah, but in the meantime, Romora making short work of these two teams. Has one chance to possibly hit this Jean and kill her before she gains an entire bar. Goes for the first mix, actually gets a hit, just needs the X Factor or connect it. Yep, got it, Romora. Probably gonna X Factor anyways. No, does not need it. As Romora takes the first game. Pleasant conversations during this as Romora just held it down. As we're seeing Romora getting ever so more comfortable fighting the Jean matchup. I'm sure, especially with the 21 MS that Romora got's going on, he probably feels extra comfortable and nice, not having to worry about having missed inputs or the like. Mothman backing the heck up, trying to throw out these Dorito shields to tell Romora to say, you know what, I don't need you to be with me, I just need you to be with these analyzing cubes. Romora interrupts, immediately saying, I don't care, I'm being anywhere I need to be, but unfortunately, he's in Mothman's face as he's sliding him with all these different moves from his machine. Oh no! And Romora tries to attempt to get the snap, but doesn't work out. Instead, is able to pick it up for a rebound hit on this MODOK. And yeah, this is definitely going to be a dead character this time. I'm sure Romora has no reason to drop this, especially since Mothman has 5 bars and Jean is just ready, back and waiting ever for the transformation. I sir, what do you think Romora should probably start doing as far as meter management as he's getting ever so closer to possibly fighting Jean right now?
I like the plan of investing 1 meter to kill Morrigan, save 3, bring in Vergil, because right now 0 is at really low life, so even if he kills her, there's the chance that she just like chips him with a TK shot or something like that. And if that manages to occur, now he needs to spend at least 2 meters just to get in safely and start interacting. And he does get a mix-up here, but that's not enough to actually stay safe. And because of that, his Vergil gets another chance to live, X-Factors and kills Phoenix. Okay. I was not anticipating the drop by Mothman, but I guess that Romora was.
Yeah, if your string is not a true block string, Romora will cancel and hit you in a punishment fashion. That's one thing I know. It's you could almost call it calculated mashing just because it comes out right away, but Romora knows, hey, it's just not a true block string, so I'm gonna punish it. And proving so, Romora's already on set point, trying to just shut this whole thing down and really ride the momentum on Mothman. Saying, it doesn't matter what you throw at me, I'm countering it and it's going my way.
It feels like Romora makes it so Dark Phoenix is not as much of a checkmate situation as in many other matchups, and has also been doing a really good job of fighting MODOK when the only like primary neutral assist he has is Harmonizer, because he's not using any of that meter to do anything aggressive. And now MODOK's going to die, Phoenix is going to have to eat a mix-up, and this is looking a little scary for Mothman. Actually dry tags into Morrigan, I guess wants to make sure that when Phoenix dies, X Factor 3 will be immediately on deck, and already has the 5 meters, throwing out some Soul Fist, but without having the opportunity to really like use assists to cover himself as much, needs to just hold a lot of these missiles calls by Romora and let Romora take back whatever screen position he wants. Not giving quite the respect to the Buster and how much durability it has when fighting there. This is going to be pretty long and drawn out potentially. Romora has no need to like force the situation. He can just like summon missiles and do like as safe interactions as possible. Run away, and if Morrigan does something, do a Buster release if it's necessary to stay safe, but generally just try to not interact until there's a situation that it feels like he has a guaranteed punish.
And you could see Mothman attempting to try to punish Doom's assist, but more just being aware, catching Mothman not blocking with that lightning. But what do you think Zero gonna be able to do and fight this Doom?
That could have gone so badly for Romora. The happy birthday was there. And it looks like he's going for the setup with her Kohan to Photons again. This time, Doom is bleeding pretty hard, and Vergil and Doom both get hit. Let's see how Mothman decides to capitalize off of this. just lets Vergil get out, gets the hit on Zero, is going to just go for non-X Factor combo for at least the majority of this. Let's see if he X Factors for follow-up. X Factors for the kill on Zero, and now it is up to Vergil with 15 seconds on the Marvel clock. Phoenix gets to press some buttons. Does she have the mix-up on deck? Goes and manages to uncross up, gets the hit, and now Mothman gets on the board. Flying it back, now at 1 against Romora's 2, invoking those Pasadena rules.
Wow, I was waiting for Remora. I had a feeling that Romora was waiting for the opportunity to X Factor, cancel, and swing, and then it just never came. And I nothing short of impressed that Mothman just capitalized on that opportunity and was able to, you know, close that out and get the hit on Romora needed to get another game. And now, you know, loses quarters. We're going the distance.
It'll be a full set of matches. It looks like everybody has their colors on deck. Things are working out. Let's see if Romora can claim 2 before Mothman claims 3. And Mothman just like went for a slightly more aggressive option there, coming back to the ground instead of staying up and stalling. And has already been able to acquire a full meter and has pushed himself back to the corner, but has been able to get some damage done to Zero in the process. But the happy birthday's on deck. Because of MODOK's gigantic body, the timing to pick up both characters was not there, and now Phoenix gets snapped in, is going to eat this combo, is likely just dead. Do you think Mothman is going to be able to do this with his Morrigan and MODOK?
Ooh, I thought that level 3 was going to hit. I was about to say possibly, but right now Mothman does have 2 meters. Decided to spend 1 immediately, and it's probably just gonna at this point trying to get a hit on Zero while sniping out Doom. But in the meantime, Romora's just ever so aware and just making it very, very hard to get that stylish. Ooh, was able to get at least 1 soul drain off, but Romora just being ever so defensive. Oh, and Zero looks like he's gonna die. Oh, able to get the raw tag, but Mothman was waiting, able to get the punish on it. 4 full combo. What's he gonna do? Decides to change Seer, but Romora counters it. Immediately going to super. Back into Zero. Powerful, all powerful Zero with the low health. So Genu style. Shadow Servant.
It looks like the Busters were far enough forward that they didn't interact with the Shadow Servant and caught MODOK before his attack could come out. That is very unfortunate for Mothman, but it looks like Zero fell into his doom, and now Mothman is in a very possible place. Oh, that is not the great way to do it, but Psionic Blaster ends up eating the missiles on the way up because Hyper Psionic Blaster, lots of durability on deck. Let's see if Mothman can survive the remaining 40 seconds. Gets the hit on Doom. What's then coming on Vergil? Can definitely kill on hit here. And gets it. Is this going to be Mothman tying it up? The Dark One not getting to use X Factor? Pat, how do you feel about Romora saving X Factor for the next round?
It's looking pretty likely, I would have to say. You know, I think Romora's always really aware of his resources, and make smart plays to really choose when to use them. And as we see, Moore still saving it within this round as he's trying to get a mix on Mothman and was able to get a couple straight hits, but not really getting those connections. Mothman just holding back, but unfortunately ends up getting hit. And Romora says, I don't think I really need the X Factor. I was saving it just to save it, just show you that I don't really need it. And I'm just gonna take nice twins, hit you with the lightning, and still has time on this game to get the mix on this Morrigan. Is gonna block, no, stays in front, actually misses the motion, but it doesn't matter, and is still able to get the snap, keeps Mothman locked in the corner. But now Mothman backing up. Do you think Mothman's gonna opt to raw tag as soon as possible, or just build it for the rest of the way?
He's gonna summon Harmonizer because, if Jean's within the point where one Harmonizer summon or 2 Harmonizer summons is enough to get her there, that means if she summons and then gets Happy Birthday, it's going to build enough meter for sure. So it's really worth it if you're already pretty close to just leave Jean in for a bit just so you can summon Harmonizer and make sure she's guaranteed. Because even if they hit you in those cases, it's still your opportunity to win the game with Dark Phoenix. And it looks like Mothman doing a little bit of flying around there and gets the confirm on Zero with Morrigan. Sistless is now going to bring in the matchup for Phoenix versus Doom. It feels like every single character on Mothman's team is just so obnoxious for Doom to fight. Like, Phoenix is hard to fight, MODOK is hard to fight, Morrigan is hard to fight, but that's not the character that matters. It matters if it's a hard fight for Vergil to fight. We're going to see if Romora's Vergil is going to be able to run it back against Morrigan and Dark Phoenix. Pops it on Morrigan, and because of that is going to have all the meter he needs in fighting Phoenix. Throws out the round trip and gets the Spiral Swords on. Phoenix first life evaporates. Does she get to play? She gets the teleport and immediately kills off Dark Vergil. Very nice.
It looked like Swords wasn't even active, but maybe perhaps Romora thought they were. Perhaps I could be wrong. I mean, that's how I kind of thought it was going to go down. It looked like maybe perhaps Romora thought Swords were up and was trying to read the teleport to get hit. And then, you know, obviously he did get hit and lost that round. But Romora not letting it get to him, and taking the chance to get a breather and character select. MODOK feeling a tight bit of the pressure as we are on this loser's quarters, Mothman being on set point. Who do you think is going to be holding forward this time around, I see, Sarah?
I think that Mothman will go up to the top of the screen, and since recently he came down with that air dash down S, that he's going to be a little bit more evasive this time, moving up instead, getting those harmonizers out, making sure that a floating bomb is on screen. Floating bomb is one of those things that's like hidden missiles, where even if you hit MODOK, the bomb still has a hitbox that stays out there for a while, and we know that Mothman is entirely happy to just eat these missiles hits in order to summon Harmonizer, get up to enough meter that he avoids Zero. He's already at 4 and managed to get the hit on Zero on top of that. Nice job to Mothman adjusting his time, where it looked like he was happy to stall out all the way until 5 meters, but then adjusting his game plan swiftly, coming in and killing off that Zero. Nice work in being dynamic instead of just sticking to one thing. Oh, and that air super jump up forward medium, so strong for MODOK for air to air. This is going to be the end of Doom. Let's see if Mothman goes for... I know that he's posted to Twitter that some of the Soul Drain TAC combos, but let's see. Looks like instead of that, you're just going for the one that easier to be consistent with, will confirm into a kill on Doom. And but this means that Romora comes in with 5 meters for his Dark Vergil, and Vergil with meter, even with the blessings of Phoenix, there are the chances that something goes wrong when Vergil has that much meter and X Factor available.
Alright, here we go. Small Dorito. Romora has a chance, but was not ready for the small feats. Unfortunately, overthought the mix-up as Mothman just stayed in front. It's definitely just going to make this an easy THC. Oh yeah, wall bounce, X Factor, Team Super? No, just like
He's level
3? Yeah.
Wants to bring those multiple Morrigans on the screen. It's like, why win with one character when I could win with 2 at the same time? And with that, Mothman goes on to losers semis. Congratulations to Mothman. And Romora, Evo champion, the community finalist, is unfortunately out of this tournament. And I think he's placing 5th this time. So very nice to Romora in this stack run here, maybe the color genitalia, so I highly recommend Kevin go to a doctor. But if any of these are colors that you are experiencing on your body, probably best to check out with a medical professional. We are seeing Zero get started. AZAngelic definitely deciding not to work with Wolverine this game. Goes in with the Vergil and is rewarded for it. Gets the hit on Babaghanoush. Is going to go for a lunar phase, but drops it. And Babaghanoush, type of player, quickly recovers when things go wrong. Doesn't let himself get locked into that mind zone. So is going to be able to potentially kill off Vergil. Let's see what the incoming mix-up here is on Dormammu. Like, Dormammu has some decent tools for fighting Zero if Zero is full screen, but when he's coming in, he's more like everyone else. Looks like, in this case, Dormammu manages to not only get away, but kill Zero in the process, get a jump loop on Doom, and get the snap into Vergil. Very nice adjustment by Angelic. As soon as he loses his character, doesn't let that be the end of the game, gets rid of the opposing Vergil instead, and now it's going to just be up to that solo Doom from Babaghanoush. Do you think that Babaghanoush's Doom can do this, Senor Hamon? Oh, it looks like we lost Senor Hamon for a moment, and so this is the only kind of dry tag that's worth it, is when we have Senor Hamon dry tagging off, and we have, oh my gosh, is that Wolf coming in from the top ropes? Hello.
Absolutely, yes. Money is in the bank right now. AZAngelic is throwing the stalking flare out. Babaghanoush trying to survive. Sarah, how are you tonight? It's been a long day for me, but we're here. We're ready for Marvel. Just as this is matchup bad, but as long as there's no meter, there's a little bit of hope. Angelic does manage to build it. I don't know if Doom's gonna die there. Just barely does. Passes into the next life, and this is a 1-0, but very close match. I feel like it's a very volatile thing when you have both Doctor Doom and Dormammu on the screen. It really comes down to who has the meter first.
Like, Dormammu, if he needs to eat those mix-ups, is going to be in a sad situation, but if he has the space to get started and is able to have some breathing room, Dr. Doom struggles so hard just to get around meteors, to get around the purification towers, etc. But looks like Angelic, willing to invest his resources in that Vergil, wants to do what he can with the point character before Dormammu or Shuma comes in, and is getting the hits on Zero this time around. Do you think he's going to be able to kill him off?
I am not particularly sure because there is low meter, so he goes for the reset Okaiba. Very nasty mix there with the Shuma Ray. I feel that if one man has mastered everything the Shuma assist can do is Angelic, but sometimes that's not enough. This character, Zero, has a pizza cutter that denies half of the characters in this game. Vergil is no exception. We see the Sogenmu right here. Soup does not get the hit on Dormammu, but once again, meter is such an important resource here, and Babaghanoush baiting Angelic into an anti-air there that was not in his favor. Angelic gonna go for the chip out here. Zero barely gets hit, full screen stuff, but Sogenmu, a very, very powerful zoning option right here. Missiles should pick it right back up. Does Babaghanoush have these? Of course he does. He's one of the best. He uses the Testikuzi 24/7. This man is warmed up, and we see the lightning loop in the corner. Sarah, can Shuma do this? Do you believe in Shuma?
Oh, I believe... Let's see, do I believe in Shuma? I believe that Shuma's gonna get mixed here, and Shuma did get mixed, but you know how that weird squid body is. Some part of the time, people think that they've won the game, and Angelic makes that comeback when there's a drop like this. Shuma gets the opportunity to live, but Zero gets an extra hit, and with that, Babaghanoush tying it up one against Angelic.
I feel like this was a very necessary game for Babaghanoush because Angelic is a man that believes in steamrolling opponents. He believes that everybody's human and it doesn't matter if you're better or worse than him, you're going to have to hold the mix-ups, correct? Because that's just what Shuma does. It doesn't matter what the point character is. It can be Wolverine, it can be Vergil, it can be Dormammu, but there's always going to be a 50-50 on the screen, and Angelic is banking on those. However, Babaghanoush has been very smart up until this point, you know, just capitalizing correctly off the neutral, trying to buster every Shuma call. Angelic opts not to spend the meter here for the Happy Birthday or the X Factor, and it pays off because he does get the hit once more. And once again, Babaghanoush is a mortal person, so is everybody here in the Marvel community. So Angelic believes that humans will flinch, makes Babaghanoush flinch, maybe going for a snap here against the Vergil. Absolutely. And what's the mix? Same side, beautiful stuff. We're gonna see the X here. This is very, very crazy, Sarah, and things are looking bad for Baba, but will Angelic drop? That's a question.
Yes, indeed, and Babaghanoush, ready for that drop, is able to answer with the Vergil of his own. High Time is ready, is going to be able to have over half of his X Factor left for the incoming mix-ups. It's only X Factor 2 because Doom's alive, but it looks like that's going to be against a solo Shuma now with this opportunity to kill Dormammu before he becomes a threat. Do you think that Shuma is going to be able to deal with like Babaghanoush's mix-ups and zonings here? Because the squid hit with the light but didn't believe. Why don't the squids have belief, Wolf?
Well, squids don't have souls. We saw this in Doctor Strange in the Multiverse of Madness and in real life as well. Let's see what happens here. It goes for the Shuma ball right there. And to answer your question, I feel, Isisera, that it really comes down to, does the player know the Shuma matchup? Because if you don't know what Shuma does, if you get frame trapped by the crouch medium, if you let Shuma just Shuma ball freely and you don't launch that, then you're gonna struggle. Like, any character can die to Shuma. But if you're ready to punish, you're ready with the throws, with the launches, know when to challenge, when not to, you can bring it back. Just like Babaghanoush did right there, ran it back, gets happy birthday again, but Angelic, once again, not spending the meter. I don't know if I agree with this decision, but just very confident in the usage of Mystic Ray plus Vergil pressure. But you know what they say, pixel 0 is still 0 right there.
It's true. The only amount of pixels you're allowed to fight 0 at is 0. If it's 1 or more, there's a problem going on. And Vergil gets hit by that pixel 0, going to lose his life. I think that Angelic also, with Vergil being the newest member of his team, just feels much more comfortable having X Factor to invest into either of his characters that he has so much more experience with, because he just knows how to take that X Factor advantage and win with it. But looks like he's not going to get the chance to do that with his Dormammu this time. It may be all down to the squid again, but Dormammu gets another chance to live and is going to get the punish on 0 with Chaotic Flame. And ooh, Doom's a little over half-life here, but won't be for long. Is going to miss the opportunity for the combo there, and now there's the chance for Babaghanoush to play. Rapid Slash is actually enough, and now Angelic doesn't have meter, which is a huge issue in this matchup. Let's see, do you think Babaghanoush is going to just let Doom die? Is he going to bring Vergil in?
Just going to commit to the DHC right there. I feel like that's the appropriate decision. Let's see if Angelic has a confirmation right here. Drops it, and that drop is huge. And this is why I don't like not spending the X, because with Vergil, you can at least force the other Vergil to be in an uncomfortable situation, right? But when you're fighting with Shuma against Vergil, you have to pray on a mistake right here. And even then, no capitalization. We see that Babaghanoush is just trying to run away. The ball right there doesn't get launched. And this is matchup bad. The missiles are going to tag in. Swords activated. And Angelic just trying to get the catch right here, but not going to be enough. This is a 3-1. And I think that you really have to spend that X Factor. If you get 2 characters for the price of 1, there's no reason not to do that. I feel like it's enough of an advantage to turn things around, and Angelic has just been overly confident in his ability in the neutral, but we've seen time and time again that Baba is very confident with Vergil, Baba's very confident with 0, and he can turn things around. And just those slight mistakes where you're giving your opponent a second chance to breathe, they can be crucial here. Goes for the chip out once more. Baba blocks it, pixel 0 alive, and this is what we were talking about. You cannot let this character live once. Isisera, one hit here could be tragic for Angelic. Gets picked up. We see the jump S right there, but doesn't hit, and this is why you have to finish your plate. You have to spend the meter right there.
Oh, and it looks like this was enough to get EMP, Tuggles, McMusclebuns to continue their subscription. They've been on this for a 25-month streak. That's how you know that people love Marvel, is when they're like, this has been enough to have multiple kids by the time that it's gone on, and they're still invested in loving Marvel. It's stuff for supporting the community, and something that we all love seeing is 0 die to some degree, because even if you're a 0 player, you've had those deaths against Pixel 0. It is worth it to make sure the character goes away. And now, X Factor used on Angelic's side, not yet on Babaghanoush's, is going to
Punish.
X in order to deal with it. But doesn't get the hit on Dormammu. The volcano is
beautiful. But the swing right there, not afraid of the Shuma Ray, and Angelic has been consistently getting Vergil here. I have a theory, Isisera. I saw Angelic playing 120 frame Marvel yesterday, and I feel that his brain might just be going a little bit too fast for his hands right now. It could be that he's used to the different dimension. And speaking of different dimensions, Shuma going back to the Chaos one right here. Things are looking very, very rough as Babaghanoush is you know, about to seal the deal, but you can never discount the man as Angelic. Even though his head is in the 120 MS realm, his Shuma is definitely very real. One more mix here has the option for going to the unblockable and the cross-up crouch H. Beautiful stuff, jump cancelable, and Angelic is still in the game. Babaghanoush let that one go, and the theme in this is that you have to finish your plate. You have to seal the deal. You cannot forgive a player like Baba. You cannot forgive a player like AZAngelic, because if you give them an inch, they will take a mile. These Gargantos players are crazy, I see, Sarah.
It's true, and what you were saying about the importance of capitalizing on the situation earlier, it looks like Angelic must have fixed the shift button because he capitalized there and was able to take it with Shuma. It looks like this is the scariest situation to run into, and the one time that he doesn't have the confirm is when he uses X Factor. The combo gets dropped and is like, oh, this time it is worth X Factoring. But even though it happened on a drop, this worked out for Angelic. Zero is done. Needs to actually fight this out with Doom. Going to be able to get a potential confirm with Vergil, but it looks like Lunar Phase, if it hits from that far behind, doesn't have the proper hitboxes to actually get the full confirm off of it. I'm actually not sure. Who do you think's winning this match right now? Meter's even, and Zero's dead, but X Factor's still available for Baba.
Well, it comes down to Baba's defense, which is immaculate right there. That push block turns into a confirmation. That's a classic, because if you hit and you kill the character, you say, that's a read, bro. We all know it's not, but you're supposed to say it just to intimidate your opponent. Let's see what happens here. Spiral Swords, DHC. Very, very strong stuff from Babaghanoush. And now that Vergil's out of the picture, this is heavily in Babaghanoush's favor, because Vergil only really needs one hit to dismantle the team composition that Angelic is doing. However, Angelic gets the hit, does not cover for the missile though, and the tri-dash right there should be a dead Vergil. Now it really comes down to, will Babaghanoush jump with Dr. Doom? Because I feel like in this matchup you're supposed to be extremely grounded right here. The photon shot is gonna hit. Are we having a confirm? No, did not believe. I don't know if I agree with this. Could have confirmed right there, but you know what? It's Parsec. I respect not being afraid to... being scared to dash right there. Gets the scoop anyway, and now it's El Pulpo against Dr. Doom. This could really go either way, I see, Sarah. Are you gonna meaty Shuma? Shuma players always press the buttons, and Babaghanoush goes for the cross-up. Very beautiful stuff, but drops it. Oh my god, this is tragedy. I see, Sarah. It could go either way. What do you think is gonna happen here?
Oh, I think that this is the opportunity for Babaghanoush to just block it out for a little bit, waste some time, get the hit, and take this set over AZAngelic. I know that you've said before that Amaterasu players are just Vergil players who like dogs because they press buttons on incoming all the time. Are Shuma players just Vergil players that like squids? Because there seems to be a lead and then just get totally steamrolled for the rest of the match. Looks like Jibrill's actually going with the Wolverine instead of the Drip Nito. How do you feel about the Wolverine versus Vergil matchup on point, Wolf?
It really comes down to the first 20 seconds of the match. If Wolverine manages to approach Vergil without Vergil being able to activate the swords, it's a very, very Wolverine favored matchup. However, if Vergil gets a little bit of space, it becomes really hard. But Deadpool Pride is a person that does not respect personal space in this game, or in real life actually. He's always like, oh, he could attack that. Oh, that would have been mixed in 2027 or some bullshit like that. And that's precisely the game plan that's leading to getting waxed by Jibrill right here. Sphere Flame gonna be more than enough, and it really comes down to who can steamroll who faster in this matchup. Playing a defensive Vergil is an art, and I'm sure that Deadpool Pride is not comfortable doing it that way, but does manage to get the space right there. Activate swords, gets the hit on Wolverine, and this is when we see Professor X Pride shine, you know? This is when he's putting the mental blocks on the opponent, preventing them from doing crazy stuff. Goes for the meaty here on Vergil. I agree, absolutely. Tries to go for the Shimmy Neutron into the safe dimension slash, but Jibrill's defense is very strong. Isis Sarah, this could really go either way right now. In this Vergil battle, I feel like they're both equally competent with this character, and it really comes down to who has the meter and who can take their turn faster, because there's no missiles lockdown. This really comes down to assist calls and challenges, and Jibrill did it perfectly. What do you think that X-Pride should do in this scenario? Definitely not that raw tag, I will say.
I agree with you. Definitely not the raw tag. I know that at the office they've been informed that tagging is good because, I don't know, it's pretty easy to think tagging's good when you see something like Senor Hamon doing a good dry tag to TA Wolf on commentary, but like they're taking those hard tags a little too seriously, and I think it's pretty risky what's going on here. I feel like with Wolverine on deck, it's possible that just get smothered a little bit in the corner, and there's gonna be a snap into Strider here. I always like that pattern. Against a team like DeadX Prides, Vergil is a threat, but Strider's also a threat, so you want to make sure that if you get a clean hit on Doom, snap in the ninja as swiftly as possible before he gets the opportunity to roll over your team, get some bird bombs on screen, or get access to any orbs to do any scary mix-ups on you.
Yeah, I think that you have to protect the Strider, right? If you're losing the point war right here, Jibrill is content with fighting it out with Vergil and Dr. Doom. This is like 12 times more neutral than he usually plays Vergil with, because Jam Session is really just for the mix when you're playing Team May Cry. And right now, nobody's crying. Jibrill is tagging in with that try. That's beautiful stuff. Goes for the Bucktooth loop into the snap right there, but that X-Pride was ready with the defense. Hits him with the Charizard on Magmar's Seismic Toss throw right there with Strider, but drops. And you cannot be merciful against a man like Jibrill. This man will capitalize on every single mistake. That X-Pride getting the hits in neutral but not confirming. Goes for the cheater overhead right there, but that X-Pride is not a hitbox player, so I respect it. Let's see what happens here. Bird bomb, crazy stuff, but Jibrill just knows when to challenge. It's absolutely crazy, Isisera.
Jibrill, knowing when, one of the most important things in fighting games is sometimes it's one person's turn, sometimes it's the other person's turn, but it's nobody's turn unless they believe it's their turn. So if you are willing to believe it's your turn and press those buttons at the time that your opponent's too afraid to, it doesn't matter how plus they are, you're still going to win that exchange.
As a good friend told me once, if I was not supposed to press buttons in fighting games, why is there 8 on my stick? And I've never found an answer to that. Going for the mix right here. Ooh, goes for the yo-yo right there as Hazy uploaded on YouTube. That X-Pride looking really, really good. Let's see what happens here. Going for the Spiral Swords. This should be an extension with the Plasma Beam. Vergil out of the picture. Good stuff here for Dead X-Pride. Let's see what happens here. Oh my goodness. Nice pressure on Dr. Doom. And I feel that Jibrill is content with letting Doom die here and just preying on the Wolverine anchor. I feel like it's a very strong anchor, but it's definitely a Hail Mary type of character. That X-Pride looking good. I honestly would try to go for the snap here on Wolverine. Why would you deal with that? But let's see what happens.
Well, instead gets a TAC out of it. Is going to build up some meter, but that Dark Wolverine is going to get the chance to play. Would you stay in his face for this, or would you... Apparently DXP will goes for that throw, knows that Jibrill is going to be filled with fear, gets that catch, and is going to be able to kill off the tiny Canadian, going up with the majority of his team having taken no damage in this entire game. Getting on the board and preventing that 3-0 Pasadena rules have been invoked. Whoa.
Yep, and I feel like this is the break that X-Pride needed. X-Pride is a momentum-based player, right? And when he can just get going, things get very, very crazy. Jibrill there going for the Fatal Claw. Might have been a missed input. Sometimes it happens like that, but ooh. Using a cross-up as a poke is a timeless, certified classic right here. Jibrill gonna go for the down TAC. You always have to cover that one at least, because it's the one that gives the most resources. Make things hard, and that X-Pride does not cover it. Not getting much meter, too, because he was in Devil Trigger, and this just looks like a very bad situation. Which side do you block? You don't, because this is Southern California's strongest player right here, and we know that forward is the only way that the office goes. Why? Because they're always looking forward to the future. They're always looking for the next tag, and so is Jibrill. We see a punish right here. Goes for the medium Strider, double dive kick, and Isisera, that X-Pride managing to survive right here, looking really, really strong, and this could be the comeback he needs. If he can manage to go for a TAC here on Wolverine, and oh, the reset Okaiba was very strong there too, but if you get rid of Wolverine, I like Strider Doom over Doom Vergil, I would say.
Strider has a decent matchup against both Doom and against Vergil, especially if the meter's low on each side. His ability to just like poke them with Graham, make sure that their movement tools are covered with Bird Bomb, etc. is just really solid in the matchup. Oh, and went for that, but didn't get the confirm as he desired. Orbs are on. Do you think Jibrill will be able to block orbs? Before the phase ended, he was already done. Oh, I think I may have learned that you were saying that the office only knows how to hold forward. There are 2 Fs in office for forward, and I don't see any Bs in office for backward. So
yeah, definitely. And just like Reed Richards, 2 Fs, Fantastic Four, Derek Pride, the most intelligent man in the universe at the moment, looking really good. But also, let's not forget who Reed Richards' rival is right here. Dr. Doom trying to make a comeback, so Derek Pride tags in his own. Who's the Doombot in this situation? Let's see what happens here. Goes for the finger lasers, try to Santa Claus through Sphere Flame right here, and Derek Pride is managing to tie this setup against Jibrill 2-2. It really comes down to the momentum. You cannot let a player like Derek Pride get this momentum. He's always thinking about the next mix. He's always just feeling the vibes, and you cannot let a player like this thrive. You know, you have to go in, you have to shut them down. The best way to beat a player with better offense than you is kill them before they can kill you. That's how humanity prospered, and that's what you have to do against DXP. Jibrill knows this full well, going for the damage here on Vergil, and gonna try to get the nasty mix here against Dr. Doom. Goes for the air throw right here, and we should be looking at a snap in the nearby future, Isisera.
But the combo was dropped off of the throw. Thought that he had a little bit more time with that hard knockdown in order to use the assist to combo for the pickup. But this has been really solid for DXP in being able to just like stall out pretty safely without getting into a situation where Wolverine can hit, and getting just those little bits of plasma beam, but unable to protect himself from super jump heavy. Jibrill managing to get the matchup in against Strider. I feel like Wolverine and Strider have some similar strengths when it comes to footsies, so like both of them can kind of scramble with each other in very scary ways if they're up close. But it looks like Doom here is going to have 3 meters on deck for fighting. Would you go for the snap back into Strider again?
Absolutely, yeah. At this point, though, Jibrill is just trying to get the pressure right here. Maybe get a corner mix. Derek's Pride just looking at a way for Dr. Doom to survive. I don't know if that Hail's Mary snap was the way right there for Jibrill, because this puts DXP in a very favorable position. Goes for the snap on Vergil. I don't know if I agree with this decision. Like, what was Dr. Doom gonna do in that scenario? But we're about to see. He had no meter to DHC either, so we'll see what happens here. And the raw tag in on Strider, very, very risky, but doesn't die for it. Gets a happy birthday instead. This is going to be a confirmation right here with the San Diego Sioux. Manages to stay safe because there's not much recovery there. And then Alpha counters into Dr. Doom. My brain hurts. I think the chat's brain hurts, Isisera. Could you explain what happened? I'm struggling to realize what is going on. This feels like Rock Lee versus Gara. The weights have been dropped, the gates have been opened, and all I see is flashes around the screen. I just do not understand what's happening at the moment.
Getting inside the minds of Dead X Pride or Jibrill, you would be surprised that the Professor X Pride of the school isn't someone with people in his mind, but looks like Jibrill is in that head this time, has the read on Strider, and is able to kill him off before he's more of a threat. That's one of those situations where time management becomes super important, because all of Jibrill's characters were bleeding. If he had lost just one of them, so much red life would have gone out on the others. And that gets rid of Strider's main weakness as a character, where he needs to hit someone 2 or 3 times if he doesn't have meter. In that situation, he just needed to hit everyone once. That was incredibly possible, but getting even more momentum this time is going to hit the TAC, pushing NetX Pride back into the corner and investing the DHC there, and neither of it works, so going to need to go all the way through. But that's the thing, like, you can be upset that something dropped, or you could figure out what's the best thing to do now, and the best thing to do now is almost always put on swords, right?
Why be upset when you have a belt so expensive? And right now, Jibrill going for the reset Okaiba right there. Nice challenge, trying to escape the corner. Had to fight it out there. Derek's Pride getting the confirms right here, but not quite capitalizing, and this could be bad. The snap in on Strider once more. Gonna try to block right there, and that was a beautiful tag on DXP side. Gets the hard kick, beautiful confirm, but definitely not a Floridian Dr. Doom. They used to just mash that and confirm every single time. Not anymore. Nobody plays Doom in Florida now. Florida is not even a state at this point, I've heard. But let's see what happens here. We see the dive kick, and gets grabbed. Beautiful chicken block from Derek's Pride. Let's see what happens here. Wolverine getting pressured right here. Let's see what happens. Going for the snap. I don't know if I agree with the decision. That was a little bit too telegraphed. And now you have 3 characters to deal with. I think you should always kill the point against the Doom Vergil team. And there was really no reason not to.
think it depends on how confident he is. If he's fighting Wolverine without an assist, I definitely feel like you could just kind of match Bird Bomb with Strider and then react to what he does. You need to make sure that you kill both Vergil and Doom to make that an okay tactic. And now Wolverine is back in and got an accidental snap, so use up some of Jibril's meter. This is looking very possible for DXP, especially if he gets hit but doesn't confirm properly with Doom. There's such a meter advantage on DXP's side. It may be a situation where he's looking to see if Jibrill summons out that Rapid Slash at any point, because if he just DHCs into orbs, there's the chance that Vergil will die out of getting summoned. If you were Jibrill, would you be bringing in Vergil with the DHC, or would you be trying to leave in Doom for this fight?
I think you have to leave Doom in, and you have to like counter react, because there's 22 seconds on the clock, and what a scoop right there. Very optimal from Jibrill. That X-Pride put all of his chickens in one basket, and this is the Legend of Zelda, so they've come to bite him back. Let's see what happens here. Tagging in the Vergil for the mix. I agree with this 100%. Goes for the meaty Dimensional Slash, forces DXP to go for the photon shot, force out that X, and let's see what happens here. This is looking very, very crazy. Gets crowned. Welcome to Burger King, and we are looking at the set right there. That X-Pride defeated by Jibrill, but gave Jibrill a lot of chances. I feel like there was a lot to clean up in that set. Lots of confirms that DXP did not believe in, and
then going for swift attacks with the air dash down or air dash down forward S in order to just like mix up in between the different states there, but doesn't get the opportunity to do either because this time Babaghanoush is the one who starts first, but even Zero needs to respect when the shield goes up. It has the capability of making sure that Buster isn't the type of threatening thing it is in essentially every other matchup, so it needs to be respected. This is a lot of meter that MOTHMAN's already built. Think that Babaghanoush is going to be able to take out Phoenix before she pops?
It's not looking like it, but at least getting the hits on MODOK every time. Babaghanoush looking strong right here. We're gonna see the Zero Sogenmu to guarantee a nasty mix right here, trying to maybe force out an unblockable with the missiles, but Mothman managing to escape right now, and the Sophis just have so much priority as a projectile that it can become hard to deal with. I feel that Zero has to take a really grounded approach when there's no Astral Vision, because it's where you can actually like counter poke Morrigan, just as we saw. And Babaghanoush trying to force his way in with the Sogenmu, with the missiles, with the Vergil calls, trying to chip down the Morrigan and have enough resources to fight Jean in the back, maybe go for the TAC tech, perhaps DHC into Vergil swords. There's many possible routes that Babaghanoush can take, but you have to be very careful in the way that you kill Jean Grey, because you don't want this character to activate in an unfavorable situation, because she will get the space and she will mess you up on a single mistake.
It's true, the room for error with her is so small, and went for the side TAC to adjust timing, and now has Sogenmu active to have the lockdown on her, kills her off from full screen, doesn't even need to move forward, and with that, Babaghanoush taking the first game, despite Phoenix getting to pop and get all the Dark Phoenix off.
Absolutely, yeah. We see a pause right here from Mothman's side. Are we going to see a reset? This is an interesting scenario. The chat is sending some very questionable copy pastas. Mothman might be looking at them. Let's see what happens here. Maybe the distractions. But, you know, it really sucks. Pause is a mechanic that has to exist, but is very unfortunate in fighting games.
Wolf, why would they be using ASCII art when there's the emote right in Kevin HAVENGERS channel emotes? He has one built that's higher quality than what's being sent there. I give low quality when you could have something that's amazing to post like this KHA Astral.
Well, you might as well subscribe, right? You have to do it, but there's this one particular ASCII art that I want to share because Chow Mein shared the other part, and we're, checking that both players are connected appropriately to the Parsec. We're trying to make this event run in the best way possible, and sometimes there are technological mishaps. We still haven't quite figured it out yet in order to not make any trouble happen right there, but while we wait on our players, let's not forget that they do this week after week, and they keep cultivating their minds. They keep becoming stronger, and you as viewers should absolutely do it too by subscribing. You know, there's no better way of becoming a better Twitch viewer than clicking that subscribe button. You get badges next to your name, you get the best emotes in all of Twitch, you get the satisfaction of supporting a man like Kevin Ha that throws tournaments week after week. It's September. Tomorrow is Mexican Independence Day. There are many reasons why you should be throwing your money at Kevin Ha. What does Mexican Independence Day have to do with this? It makes me happy. And it also makes me happy to see Kevin Ha eating well. So you might as well throw in a couple of bucks right there to the subscription button. You might as well do it to the match arena as well. Support our players. And it looks like we're back on track to see this next match right here. Babaghanoush against Mothman should be a crazy, crazy set. And let's see what happens here. Both players in character select. It just sucks when stuff like this happens, you know, because it's not cool for either player to be in that scenario. Sometimes you don't want to win that way. Sometimes you don't want to lose that way. But in the end, we're all winners when we watch Marvel. Icy Sarah, what are you expecting from this game 2 right now after that pause?
I think that the pause is going to do a little bit of mental damage to Mothman, but that Babaghanoush is going to summon missiles, and because the missile summons happen, there's going to be more opportunities for Mothman to set up his harmonizer, get on there with the meter he needs. But last time Dark Phoenix was not enough. Do you feel that Mothman needs to be more proactive with his MODOK and Morrigan in trying to win? Or do you think that like putting his investment in making sure Dark Phoenix happens, but just being safer with her is what he needs to do to take this game?
Well, I feel that first you have to secure the bag. You have to pledge allegiance to the bag and get those 5 meters. And after you have done that, you're free to like switch the gears. You know, you can go in, play more offensive, try to snipe Zero, get the mix. I'm liking this blaster strategy. It's shades of old school MODOK right here, activating the Astro Vision. I don't know if I agree with this because Zero can get a hit in the scramble, but there are no scrambles right now. Mothman is just running the Astro Vision patterns, maybe not building enough meter back, but still getting a good control of the match right here. Dr. Doom got heavily chipped out, Zero as well. We might see a tag into MODOK at any point because you don't really want to spend that second meter. But Mothman just fighting it out. This is very, very bad for Dr. Doom. So Babaghanoush is going to have to bring the tricks out of the bag right here with Zero and Vergil if he wants to make it happen. We see the meaty right there. Very, very respectful stuff. And with Doom out of the picture, Zero kind of has to play honest neutral. And Mothman is content to just sit back and Dorito. Why not?
Yeah, especially now that he has Phoenix on deck. She's already fully charged up. Doesn't need to worry, even if his characters get hit, and both of them get hit here. Like, a happy birthday is one of the worst things that happens most of the time in the game. But when you have Phoenix, you feel a little bit more okay with the situation when she has 5 on deck. Do you think that Babaghanoush should just kill off the Morrigan here? No need to worry about snapping because the 5 is already enabled?
I agree, yeah. At this point, you have to go for another activation like last game where you can just fight it out with the Sogenmu, or alternatively, try to do like the TAC tech maybe. Zero's a character that can get 4 TAC baits, so it could really go either way. We see the lightning right here, so Genmu's activated, but no, that drop could be crucial. Gonna try to activate through a buster. You don't want to make Jean activate near you, but Mothman being proactive, just like you were saying, Icy Sarah, gets the mix right here. Very, very dirty, confirms once more, and the reset Okaiba should be enough. Let's not forget that Jean Grey is one of the most capable telepaths in the Marvel Universe on her own. Does not even need to become Dark Phoenix, and that's true in this game as well. Phoenix is a character that has every single tool you would ever want in a fighting game, but she's just made out of wet paper. So all you have to do is play perfect, and play perfect is what Mothman did. Babaghanoush tries to get the confirmation right here, gets it on MODOK, and I feel at this rate you snap. What are you feeling here, Icy Sarah?
I agree with you. Going for the snap's a good decision, and I also like this by Babaghanoush. He's one of the players that, as Zero, is willing to invest an additional meter to set up his incoming to have Sogenmu on. A lot of people conserve meter, but like if Zero gets a hit, he's going to build the meter back again. He's not a character that is ever going to be like, oh my gosh, because I use meter there, I can't kill someone. It's fine for Zero. So it's really nice to see Babaghanoush being able to make those adjustments, invest resources where they're actually useful instead of holding on to them for the maybe of the future that won't necessarily impact his chances of winning.
I agree, yeah. I feel that meter is there to be spent, right? There's a reason the game gives it to you. And Babaghanoush using it very, very proactively in order to win neutral, especially with a super like Sogenmu, which just does so much for this character. It's really, really rough to deal with, trying to force an unblockable here because, fun fact, MODOK is one of the few characters that cannot chicken block. If he tries to jump, he will get hit because he enters flight mode. So it's a very, very rough deal right there. Could not up back, had to hold that mix. And Babaghanoush getting the W right here, 2-1 against Mothman. I would like to see Mothman play a little bit more aggressive at the beginning because this passive style has just been getting sniped out by Baba, and Baba has just been ready every time to run the zero train upon Mothman. Icy Sarah, what adaptations are you looking for in this next game?
I think that a good way to approach this, because if Mothman wants to take on the more proactive approach, right now he's just trying to get that meter, because if he eats those missiles, he's going to be able to get more chances to build harmonizers for free. I think that he needs to get more Doritos on the field if he wants to be proactive, because a lot of the time doing things up in the air, and when he gets back down to the ground, he needs to respect whatever Zero's doing down there. But now he has that Dorito on deck, is able to just poke a little bit more, and because of that, it looks like he's going to get the confirm on Zero. The tiny robot is going to die to the mental organism designed only for killing, and oh no, he didn't DHC. Normally he goes for the finishing shower there. Looks like Mothman keeping his combos a little bit too Smash player, not adding the shower where it's needed, and
Oh my
because
God.
of that, he's going to lose his MODOK as a result, and that is not good news.
Finishing shower is a hard move to master if you come from a certain background, and right now Babaghanoush has managed to make this happen, turning it back on MODOK. And you know, Pixel Zero is still Zero. This is really, really rough to deal with. We've said it time and time again, but every time that a Zero has been forgiven, just a lot of damage happening here. Let's see what happens. The raw tag against with Dr. Doom. I agree with this. You want to protect Zero because he's your best answer against Morrigan. You want to protect Vergil, so you might as well go for it. And the TAC gets stacked right there. Beautiful stuff. The activation is going to be very uncomfortable. Mothman just choosing to fight it out here. I agree with the decision. If Jean's already here, you might as well go, right? We see the Sogenmu. She's going to pop, get cornered maybe. Is it going to be enough? Gets chased down by the pizza cutter. And this is the situation that Babaghanoush did not want to be in, because if you block one of those traps, you will die. It is looking really, really rough right here. Both of them up, backing for their lives. I see Sarah. We finally see Zero just get deleted from this plane of existence. Dr. Doom getting blessed right here, and I don't think that Virgil's going to have a good shot, but X Factor can at least make you see the mix.
And X Factor's done for Mothman, so if there's a block here by Babaghanoush, he could X Factor punish Morrigan, and then has enough meter to just chip out Phoenix safely with using Dark Virtual Flings. Oh, decided to go for Devil Trigger. Let's see if there's Phoenix Inferno on incoming. Oh, Mothman was able to not get chipped to death there, which is very fortunate for him. Let's see if he's gets thrown. No chip. Babaghanoush just going in with that mix-up, knowing that Mothman does not want to get hit. He'll try to block cross-up, he'll try to block high-low, but then the throw is over there.
If Babaghanoush keeps playing this way, he could win the tournament. Like, he's taking every single opportunity and making it happen, you know, looking really, really strong. Mothman looking even a little bit afraid in this scenario, just holding back, trying to get that Jean, but Jean hasn't really been a factor. Even when she's come out, Babaghanoush has just been very, very on point at punishing, and this is one of the scariest players to fight. A motivated Babaghanoush is unstoppable. Let's see what happens here. No reset. Okaiba tries to lock down the MODOK, and once again, you can't really up back here, so going for the unblockable, there it is. It's very rough when you're Humpty Dumpty ass motherfucker. And here's the question: does MODOK get more or less brain damage when he gets hit in the head? Because that cortex is really, really big, and that's a question that we're gonna need answered at Ant-Man Quantumania maybe. We see the TAC here, and Icy Sarah, if Mothman has this mid-screen infinite, it could really change the tide of battle.
And he didn't have it, but he did have the salvage, and that's one of the tools that's just as important. Is sometimes you make a good read and then it goes wrong, and because of that you get in your own head. Mothman not letting that stop him from playing, makes good decisions, immediately fixes it, gets in there, and is able to get the kill on Zero. Phoenix is going to be able to get an extra opportunity to live against Doom Vergil as well, while also getting rid of their meter in the process. Would you try to get meter through down TACs here?
Absolutely. I don't think there's a reason not to. The up TAC was also a wise choice if he didn't drop it, because you want as many resources as you can in order to fight Phoenix appropriately with the Doom Vergil shell. And Mothman is just gonna go on the offensive right now, try to get a hit. Every single bit of chit matters, and that was a beautiful confirmation. Mothman is, I think, the cleanest Morrigan confirm wise, and it's shown time and time again. Goes for the side TAC. Can he finish this infinite? It's really, really hard in an online setting, but Mothman seems very adept at doing it. And Vergil is getting a lot of meter through this, but the question is, can Vergil alone really do it? Mothman only really needs one hit, and he has enough resources to X and finish the game in case the incoming right here pays off. Let's see what happens. I don't think we'll see an Astral at all. Goes for the meaty. Icy Sarah. It really comes down to, can Babaghanoush get the hit here against Morrigan early without spending too many resources here? Activates X Factor. I agree. This means that if you kill Jean on the incoming, you can put swords on, and that could be a very good thing. Let's see what happens. Round Trip gets the hit, but no proper activation, and things are gonna get very, very nasty very soon. Goes for the Dimensional Slash. Crazy stuff. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Oh,
Nice
and with
Sarah.
that, Mothman was able to do it with Dark Phoenix that time. Every other time, Babaghanoush has shut her down. She didn't get to play. She didn't get to do what she wanted. That time, Mothman is like, wait, I'm playing some broken nonsense. Why am I letting you in?
Yeah, it's kind of crazy, but right here, it seems that Baba is so aware of when MODOK wants to fall down, and it's just been rough for Mothman, just banking on the Morrigan Phoenix shell, but you can't do it all the time, you know? It's really, really rough. Babaghanoush here getting the Zoop, going for the snap on Phoenix. This is the first time he goes for a snap and misses the timing right there. Maybe red and air dash. We might see a DHC here on Phoenix. No, just opts to fight out and calls an assist, which means that you can't properly tag right here. So again, we're gonna chip out the MODOK, and Mothman is content with just chilling here, calling that Morrigan assist and trying to get those 5 meters. Icy Sarah, this is really too close to call. This is some of the highest level Marvel I have seen throughout the night. I don't know if there were better sets than this before, but I feel like this is as high level as it gets sometimes.
That's the great thing about watching the HAVEngers stream. You're like, it can't get any more high level than this because this is so good. And then you realize that sitting in losers finals, the winner of this is going to fight DXP. So we're going to get more high level Marvel. Then the winner of that is going to have to fight Jibrill. So we're going to get even more high level Marvel. It's just a good night for it tonight.
It's absolutely a good night, especially if you're Babaghanoush and you're looping Morrigan in the corner. Let's see what happens here. MODOK is going to have to hold his mix. The missile is going to force him to fall into the ground. Mothman realizes this and takes them in order to get another air action, but Babaghanoush with the activation right here. Also, again, we're going to meaty Phoenix right here, going to set up the mix, but swinging appropriately. The missiles right there. Ooh, that could have been a confirm with the jump S, but Babaghanoush didn't quite believe. Activate so Genmu once more, because why not? And we're seeing Mothman just trying to challenge and make the activation uncomfortable. There's no meter on Baba's side, and just got a happy birthday. This could be the turnaround that Mothman needed. This Phoenix is extremely capable. Goes for the Psycho Crusher here. No X Factor, but does get rid of 0. Dr. Doom is going to be bleeding 1 meter on Babaghanoush's side. He does have the option to DHC into Vergil, but gets the toes clipped instead, and you have to be careful where you step on because it might be a coal mine. My ancestors know that. I know that. Now Dr. Doom knows it too. And the mix, let's see what happens here. Babaghanoush is going to go for the chip out. Maybe does not quite get the hit. Activates Spiral Swords. Isisera, this is so tense at the moment.
Is, and he's out a meter, but Round Trip is out. Dark Phoenix is activated, and she mashes the button before X Factoring. I guess that Babaghanoush was trying to rely on like using the X Factor timing to get a little mix up on Mothman, but Mothman decided to press buttons before using the X Factor in order to get feathers out, get protected, and once he saw that the hit was there, confirmed it and got the kill. In the previous matchups, a lot of what has gone well for Baba is he's been able to take out MODOK and Morrigan and has had to fight the Dark Phoenix, but he's been doing such a good job of fighting her. But I don't know how solid of a plan it is to always fight the Dark Phoenix, because some matches are going to go like that.
Yeah, and I feel that the matches that Phoenix has done her job, Mothman has been very careful about how Phoenix dies. has made the activation conditions for Dark Phoenix be favorable for him, and now gets rewarded with the happy birthday here. Absolutely worth it to spend X in this scenario. What doesn't lets both characters live, and I don't know if I agree with this decision, because now Babaghanoush, as we said time and time again, Pixel 0 is still 0. Gonna go for the Sogenmu right here, try to force some chip right there onto MODOK. The tag in gets protected by the Dorito, and oh my goodness, Isisera, this could really go either way. Dr. Doom healing in the back. Babak hasn't really been calling it, and what a catch from Mothman. This could turn the match around entirely.
Mothman is definitely one of the players who has the most on-point solo Morrigan confirms, where he, from a variety of ranges, off of like different types of soul fists, off of shadow blades, off of air dashes into mediums, just has very consistent ways of converting it into a combo. But Vergil's still alive and has meter. This is definitely not an overmatch, but Babaghanoush is going to need to do some serious work if he wants to take on the entire team of Mothman. How would you approach this as far as Dark Phoenix and Poppinger is concerned?
Definitely have to put on the crown, but oh my goodness, gets the Psycho Crusher right there. Should be enough right here to seal the deal. And Mothman manages to bring this set back. We were talking about how Babaghanoush was playing out of his mind, and even that was not enough to defeat a player like Mothman. Had the failsafe right there in the Phoenix, managed to bring it back time and time again, and going from... And dogs particularly fucking hate me. I've never met a dog that doesn't try to murder me on the spot, except for Truffy. For some reason, she doesn't instinctually try to murder me, and I feel like that's very special. Just like having you guys here on a Wednesday night is very special. Just like Deadx Pride's gameplay is very special. Just like the S button means special. This is a special night for Marvel, and it's not good for MODOK to get blessed right here. This is absolutely nuts. Let's see what the mix is, and Jean gets blessed. Absolutely crazy stuff. And we're starting grand finals in a very flamboyant way right here, as Mothman manages to escape and activate the Astral Vision. Things could turn around, and Strider keeps getting sniped. It's very, very crazy stuff. Isisera, I can't believe it.
That's just how amazing the X Factory is. This could be a grand finals anywhere else, but this is only losers finals. These people are fighting to see who manages to fight against Jibrill. That's the high quality Marvel content you're going to get when you watch the HAVENGERS on a Wednesday night. And it looks like Vergil needed to use so many resources, and Mothman, sitting with plenty of health, even though the snaps had happened, managed to survive with Phoenix for so long. But with Morrigan on point, doesn't have the harmonizer to match, and it's very possible for DXP to get a hit and then convert it into a snap and kill Phoenix. Do you think DXP... Oh, he can't snap anymore now that he's used Spiral Swords. Do you think DXP will be able to do what's necessary to kill Phoenix before she goes dark?
He will attempt this and does have a nice shot right here. Let's see what happens. We see the mix stay same side, but Mothman's defense was very, very strong. Goes for the teleport right here, what I would call the Death Wish classic with the blaster and the Psycho Crusher. If anybody got that reference, you are too old. Go get a prostate check. And right now, let's see what happens here. Oh my god, Dorito trying to lock down the Dr. Doom. Let's see what happens here. Gets punished, but both of these characters get blessed. Strider's out of the picture. Dr. Doom is in danger. Phoenix has 5 meters. Things are looking rough for Deadx Pride at the moment. Isisera, I just think that there's been too many scrambles and too many unfortunate situations for both of these players, and Mothman is just content with laming it out, playing the blaster game. You don't really have to commit in this scenario.
It's true, and any little bit of chip is going to be enough to take out DXP here. But is he going to confirm? Doesn't quite have the confirm on deck. I think that if you're old enough to remember Death Wish at EVO, you could probably collect your social security in Latveria, so make sure to get on that, get those resources in the land of Doombots. And this time it looks like Mothman going in a lot more aggressive at the start with that air dash down forward S, able to get some aggression going, but now in the corner against DXP. DXP doesn't have the meter to snap immediately, but is going to build it off of that hit. Didn't believe. That's one of the tough things, is knowing how much meter you're going to get from any individual thing, and making sure that if you're going to build enough to snap, do the snapping.
Here, I agree, yeah, and I also want to note how Mothman is killing Vergil every time, because Mothman is very confident in fighting the Doom Strider shell, knowing that that Sprite has to just commit so many resources just to get the hit on MODOK, and the Blaster and the Medium Cube keep Strider in check, the Balloon Bomb too. So it's really hard to deal with a grounded MODOK just doing Blaster Dorito, calling Morrigan. That Sprite has to commit, spend at least 2 or 3 meters in order to get rid of those Doritos, and gets the scoop right there, but it might be too little too late. Let's see how he deals with the Morrigan, if he can activate Phoenix with the proper conditions, and things are just looking, the chat is talking about Brittany, and that was a toxic mix right there, I will have to say, Isisera. Very crazy stuff.
Oh my gosh, well, looking like Doom with that toxic color palette going in to get the reset on Morrigan, kills her off real quick, not going to invest in a snap, but has the meter on deck to DHC into orbs if he hit Phoenix clean. Let's see, Phoenix manages to get the opportunity to play. Do you think that some of these traps are going to come on deck? Like, how do you feel she's going to do against Strider with 5 meters and X Factor on deck?
It really comes down to how she dies against either. That was a beautiful punish right there. That X-Pride said, hit me baby one more time, and the toes get blessed. He said once more, he did it again. Oops. And now this should be a dead Strider. Very optimized stuff. Goes for the zigzag there too. Gonna go for the super right here into the trap, into the extension. Very optimal stuff for Mothman. This is a 2-0 lead against DXP, and last week we saw them bust out the boo-boo teams. But that X-Pride might need the Wesker Ryu Iron Man to get a win here, because Mothman is looking unstoppable.
Mothman definitely looks prepared for this. I feel like a lot of that also was beneficial for, he got a lot of his jitters out when fighting Babaghanoush, where there were lots of situations where, like, dealing with the Dark Phoenix situation and dealing with Vergil, dealing with the Doom Shell there was something he needed to deal with. But now, losing both MODOK and Morrigan, DXP has the momentum, has X Factor, and if he gets a clean hit on Phoenix, she's just going to die here. Not anymore though. Now she's gotten enough hits on characters that she gets the opportunity to play, and she mashes Crouch Light. If y'all want to mash some buttons, make sure to subscribe to the HAVENGERS so it becomes possible, but mashing Light with Phoenix, very useful tool, even when she's not dark. You don't need the feathers for her mash to be good, because her buttons are just very solid in general. Now, there's no X Factor left on either side, and that favors DXP. Let's see, he's going to need to get 2 hits here, one to kill Phoenix and then one after pop in order to either chip her out or get the kill. Let's see if he has it available on deck, or how he approaches the situation isn't quite safe enough, and because of that...
I think this is dead.
Oh, she doesn't have X Factor available.
She doesn't need it. She can loop the supers, right? No, goes for the trap right there. Goes for the tech chase right there. Beautiful stuff. Reads the roll. Reads the up back on that X-Pride. And a clean 3-0 on Mothman's side. That's crazy. I never thought that this set was going to go this way. And, you know, that X-Pride tried to put in a valiant effort, but Mothman was just too prepared.
I like the choice to go with Magneto because... both characters having Harmonizer Assist, they're going to be pretty even on meter gain, but he doesn't need to get into the situation where MODOK can just stall forever. He actually has ways of choosing to interact there, but he got into the spot where he could get the hit on MODOK, but all of it, Magneto's hitboxes are too big. After that point, if he had S'd or if he had H'd or anything, the shield behind him would have caught the back of his hitbox and gotten rid of it, so he couldn't keep swinging. That was quite unfortunate for Jibrill, but very fortunate for Mothman, getting rid of the Phoenix immediately, and now it's just down to Morrigan, and Magneto is able to invest as many resources as he needs to kill the succubus. How much bar would you spend in order to get the kill on her? Oh, he's going for the snap.
If you jam her, at that point it's over, because we know that Jibrill is not a pad player, so he's going to have to hard carry here with Magneto. Let's not forget that DHCs are inverted too. Let's see if Jibrill remembers that. This is a very rough scenario right here. MODOK is a very crazy character. Goes in for the Astral Vision. Okay, it tries to fight it out, but Mothman chasing, and Jibrill is ready. How is he doing this? Managing to ice out this pressure and finally getting to play, but Morrigan is right here just trying to get the hit on Mothman's side. If Phoenix actually comes out, it really comes down to, does Jibrill have the setups with the Soul Drain? And oh my goodness, if he did up up for Astro. That's just cosmic brain right there. No soul drain yet. Isisera, how are you feeling about this match? It's very, very crazy, very high octane.
Oh, the fact that Phoenix popped right there, I feel makes it super scary for Jibrill. Goes in with the Shadow Servant, because there was the opportunity to potentially turn that into a gravity squeeze, but now just uses so much meter, and going for a Shockwave again. This is actually incredibly favored for Mothman now. X Factor is on deck, but he loses his Phoenix. Teleports unprotected, loses the Phoenix. Now it's down to solo Morrigan against Morrigan and Magneto. Let's see if he's able to convert this into a kill. This is going to take, since X Factor's running out, he's going to need probably 2 hits on Magneto and 2 hits on Morrigan. That's a kind of scary situation to be in, but if he catches with just like 1 or 2 more of these Soul Fists, it's very possible to convert those into a win. Do you think that Jibrill's going to be able to just run away with meter for long enough to win this?
It's looking like it. The activation right there, gonna be a lot of chip out. The patterns on Jibrill's side are looking good. The Disruptor managing to lock down Morrigan. And there's 14 seconds on the clock. I don't think Morrigan can even dish out that damage. Jibrill up 1-0, convincing right there over Mothman. That was a tragic death of Jean Grey right there. And it just sucks to see something like this. It's very, very sad right there. Mothman took an unnecessary risk and got punished for it. There's another Dorito on the screen, and Dorito at least lets you, like Wong would say in the MCU, fortify your mind against Magneto. Gets the space right there with the punish on the Disruptor. Good stuff. And as I say, I feel like Mothman really needs to steamroll at least one game in order to ice out Jibrill, because if Jibrill gets a read on you and starts getting the momentum, it gets really, really tough.
And it's so challenging that both Jibrill is good as a high momentum player, but also even if his momentum gets cancelled, he's really good at getting it back again. So it's really challenging to just like assume that you're going to take the win. But this is exactly how Mothman needs to start it. Gets the kill on Magneto, gets the kill on Phoenix, and now Morrigan against the full team in a combo. There is the meter on deck. There's X Factor. Goes for the follow-up and going to end with the THC. Wants to make sure the full squad gets credit, not just MODOK taking credit for everything. And with that, Mothman getting on the board.
That's a very good wake-up call right there from Mothman. After losing that other game tragically, is winning the neutral right here every time against Jibrill's Magneto, and Jibrill is really going to have to answer here. Gets the side TAC on the Phoenix too, so that really hurts. Even though the Infinite is going to build back up a lot of meter, this is very good for Mothman. Does manage to get the lead right there in the meter department. Magneto should be out of the picture. MODOK is going to be allowed to tag in, set up the Dorito, and chase down after that Morrigan. So this is very, very good news for Mothman. All these Doritos are making me hungry too. Chat, what's your favorite brand of chips? And if you guess mine, I will gift 50 subs in Kevin's channel. You will never guess it, but we'll see what happens here. The jamming bomb jams Morrigan, and Phoenix tagging in. It comes down to, can she escape? If she can, Jibrill might have a shot, but if not, it's looking very, very rough. Icy Sarah, what's the play here if you're Jibrill?
I think that it's obvious that both of these players have plenty of appreciation for chips because they have some Morrigan on their team, but looks like getting to use the access to the level 3 to just stall before the jamming bomb takes them out. And now Jibrill actually gets to play, and it's worth it, even though it sucks to use X Factor, it sucks to use 3 meter. Jibrill gets the opportunity to play without jam rolls now, and needs to make like 7 good decisions in a row, but this is Jibrill. He may be able to do those 7 good decisions. First, he needs to get the confirm on MODOK. Let's see. I don't think he's going to invest any resources in making that happen, though. Gets the confirm, though. Going to be able to kill off MODOK here. Doesn't invest again. I feel like he needs to at least make the choice to get rid of MODOK, because if he doesn't get rid of MODOK, he still can't win the game regardless of if he stalls out for the rest of it. And because he didn't invest, it looks like Mothman is going to take this and go up 2-1 against Jibrill in this grand final set. Wolf, what do you think is going to happen with Jibrill here? He's going to stay with the Phoenix, or is there going to be some adjustment? Oh, we're seeing Vergil. Is this a point, Vergil?
Wait. I think this team is really intelligent. Team RF is really strong, especially with Vergil point. Well, not Team RF, but Team Chris G. Just in this order, I'm used to seeing RF playing the point Vergil from time to time, and I feel like this might be a powerful counter pick. It really comes down to, can Jibrill chase down here, going for the missiles and the point Vergil, getting that meter with Morrigan, and now Jibrill is free to spend meter, try to jail MODOK a little bit more, try to punish the H Morrigan call with Rapid Slash every time, and Morrigan's bleeding right here. Things are looking bad for Mothman, and it seems that Jibrill was very, very strong. Let's see what happens. Oh my goodness, the pressure.
Additional opportunities to play going on for Mothman though, and any additional chance you give him, that's more meter that he gets to build, is going to potentially lose MODOK here. Jibrill goes for the snap before enough meter is built, and now has Phoenix locked down in the corner, missiles on deck, but Mothman blocks for so long, but not long enough, losing his Phoenix to the Vergil. Now it's up to Morrigan and MODOK to try and take on Jibrill's entire team. Do you think that now that he's free to spend meter as he pleases, he'll be able to do this?
It's possible, especially if Vergil goes down here. I feel that the recovery in Jibrill's team is not that strong because Dr. Doom is going to have to hold that mix. I wholeheartedly agree with spending the level 3 here. You can activate, you can tag MODOK back in. You do have the time. Let's see what the mix is. Sets up the Dorito. Dr. Doom has to hold that mix. Gets sniped right there by the machine gun. And guesses the TAC correctly. Now Jibrill gets to play. We're going to see a DHC into Morrigan at any point. Gets the 3 meters in. But Mothman gets the snipe with El Culito right there. The jump S looking really, really strong. And now DHCing into Morrigan, or even just going for the regular MODOK mix that Mothman has accustomed us to, it could be rough for Jibrill. I don't feel like Morrigan's an anchor character. With she can be, but it's hard. It's hard against a player like Mothman. Does get the hit though. Morrigan's bleeding, and now things turn around a lot. It comes down to, can Mothman land and just run away for the people right here? Time out the X, trying to force it out with his own. Oh my goodness, this is very, very tense. It could go either way. Isisera, what are you feeling here in this scenario? Oof.
Oh, I feel it's then. Morrigan's one of those characters that kind of like Dormammu, where her and X Factor is not necessarily something like a Vergil or a Dark Phoenix, where it just gets to do some crazy mix-up on other characters. But as soon as your opponent's X Factor runs out, her having X Factor is super obnoxious, where her ability to just get additional chip is amazing. But Jibrill, making sure to prioritize the character he needs to get rid of the most, killing off Phoenix before she has the chance to thrive. And this is Mothman with only 2.5 meters going into that. Immediate X Factor, wants to get rid of Morrigan, saw his own Morrigan make the X Factor come back, and doesn't want Mothman to have that same possibility. How do you feel about Dark MODOK against the entirety of Jibrill's team, Diego?
I feel the same way about MODOK trying to bring the game back on Jibrill as I feel about the existence of Cappuccino Lays. I can't believe that. What? America, stop, please. You're confusing me. Jibrill is confusing Mothman right now with this team switch. 3-2 lead. And this is match point for Jibrill in order to become the Wednesday Night Fights champion. Let's see what happens. Mothman is in a little bit of trouble right here. Has to get an extra win. Adapt to the pressure that Jibrill is doing, because sniping Morrigan correctly every single time is what you have to do. Every time that Morrigan assist gets called, you have to blow it up. Does not build that much meter for Mothman and heavily punishes Morrigan and the DHC options. She's getting hit once more. She's out of the picture already. No, barely living right here. Tries to pick it up with missiles, but still the pressure is on Mothman's side. Jibrill playing extremely well.
And very nice work by Mothman here, realizing that even with Spiral Swords on, he could just stall, put out a floating bomb, and that forces Jibrill to only have the option of teleport if he wants to get up there to catch him. And this puts enough meter on deck that Jibrill is going to need to get a kind of immediate snap if he wants to prevent Dark Phoenix from happening. This is looking like Phoenix is on deck, but Jibrill has the Harmonizer, which means that if the match goes long, he can get more meter for Vergil, can use that to get more Spiral Swords on deck, more things to be safe against Phoenix when she does her nonsense. But looks like all he needs to do now is catch MODOK, and you think that Jibrill has what it takes to take on Dark Phoenix when she's fully empowered?
He does, but it's going to be rough. Mothman just trying to get the extra credit right here. Any damage he does is going to be enough damage, but Jibrill very smartly going for Dr. Doom, just flying, calling that Morrigan assist, making sure that you have enough resources to fight Jean. before you engage in combat, you know. But it could bite you in the back. This is a happy birthday right here. Are we gonna see an X Factor or a super being spent? No, just going straight for the damage. Trying to fight it out here in the neutral. Goes for the soul drain too. I don't know if I agree with it. I feel like X might have been a good way to spend it right there, because Vergil still has to deal with Phoenix, but sometimes you have to bet the farm. 3 meters on deck, rapid slash meaty. No hit right there, except bluffs a teleport. Oh my goodness, Jibrill gonna try to activate here. Goes for the TAC tech. No, even better. Gonna try to lock down Jean Grey. Mothman manages to escape, but now has to fall into the swords, into the missiles calls, and this is going to be a long block string. Can Mothman escape? And if he can, what do you do here against the might of Jean Grey? Things are looking gray right now for Jibrill, but the block was very good. Let's see what happens here. No punish on Mothman's side. Isisera, things are getting scary as Dr. Doom gets sniped, and it comes down to Morrigan.
And the healing field is on. Will Morrigan survive? She does not get anywhere near surviving. Mothman showing why you need to eliminate this character. You can't just get rid of the 2 characters on his team. You can't even just get rid of 3 characters on his team. You need to get 4 kills if you want to win this game. And that round trip had the opportunity to get Jibrill started, but because it whiffed, now MODOK had the chance to potentially kill off the throw. It was respecting the missiles. Sometimes, like, you think that something's going to hit you, so you don't go for it, but looks like Mothman here able to get the mix-up. It doesn't get to confirm it into a dead Vergil. Now there's more opportunities for Jibrill to play. We've seen Mothman be pretty solid on dealing with teleports in general. That's the first time that like heavy teleport's been a really solid hit on any of his characters. And Phoenix dies. Wolf, what do you think that Morrigan MODOK's going to need to do with all this meter on deck if they want to beat Wake Up level 3?
Oh my goodness, I feel that both of the players are feeling the pressure right now, and Jibrill is content with this, trying to snipe out the Morrigan right there as she's landing, calling those missiles, trying to lock her down. Vergil's pressure is going to be really, really crazy right here, just doing teleport Helmbreaker over and over. There is no fear in this dojo. Cobra Kai Season 5 is out. Let's see what happens here. Oh my goodness, so much pressure at the moment. Mothman is trying to survive, gets the hit, and now here's where Mothman can turn it around. Jibrill is very low on meter, and Mothman can actually force out an activation of Spiral Swords that's uncomfortable. Gets the hit, puts on Astral Visions, and Jibrill has to tag here. He does. It's a very successful tag, though. Does not eat enough damage as Mothman wanted, and now things are just looking kind of crazy. Isisera, Mothman is slowly but surely recovering into this match, and I feel that Jibrill kind of has to tag in Vergil at a certain point in order to not lose that momentum. Now that 2 meters are on deck, there's no reason not to, because Mothman is going to go for the pressure, trying to get the lockdown in the corner. Isisera, things are looking so crazy.
They are intimidating indeed, and managed to keep his Doom alive, so that means there's still going to be missiles on deck if needed, and on top of that gets the confirm off of the Helmbreaker. Morrigan's going to die, and if Mothman wants to reset the bracket, he needs to do it with the solo MODOK. Round Trip is able to start this, but the happy birthday may be all that's needed. Gets some hits on Morrigan, flies, but doesn't get the further confirm off of it. Vergil not respecting the heavy psionic blaster from the air, or the grounded one either. This is looking very possible for Mothman to make the comeback happen. Just a little bit more chip, and this Vergil is going down, but his crouch is too tiny. Not out of the startup.
16 seconds on the clock. It could go either way. Isisera, I'm laughing as they shot Romora in the chat because of me. Dr. Doom gets shot too. Everybody's dying tonight. We see the balloon bomb there for the meaty. Gets the low. And oh my goodness, Jibrill gets clipped. Is it gonna be enough? Can Mothman seal the deal right here? We see the extension. Oh my goodness. Battering ram, battering ram, battering ram. Do we have the loops? Absolutely we do. Mothman, one of the most competent MODOK players. Crazy stuff. And of course, Mothman knew that Romora had to stay silent for 5 more minutes, so he's extended the set, resetting this grand finals against Jibrill. Let's see if Jibrill has any adaptation right now. Things are looking absolutely crazy. They're going back to the main menu because Marvel players do not know how to count beyond the number 4. We've never needed that to win in tournaments, so why should we? And as they go back to the character select, Jibrill is rethinking the choices right here. Gonna stay with the point Vergil, Dr. Doom, Morrigan. Very cool stuff. Let's see what happens. And I feel that Jibrill kind of had it in the bag, just kind of got blessed by the MODOK a little bit too early and could not just lame it out, you know. And Mothman's MODOK proved to be very competent, and that's the strength of Mothman's team. I don't think that MODOK Morrigan is a particularly strong shell, but the way that Mothman plays individually with each of the characters is what makes him a strong player. And the overall dynamic of Morrigan is just terrifying. As he gets the happy birthday here, you have to get rid of both of these characters. It's a great look right here for Mothman. Icy Sarah, how are you feeling about Jibrill's gameplay in this first game of the reset?
Well, unfortunately, we're not going to get to see very much of it because now there is that Analyze Q1 incoming. Oh, and went for the immediate snap and decided that if there was a hit, that would be the only opportunity to prevent Phoenix from going dark. But there's already been X-Factor used, so Phoenix pops is less scary than it otherwise would be. Jibrill, though, almost out of X-Factor himself and is going to need to make the comeback on a full team. That solo Morrigan and X-Factor finally gone. This is looking really scary for Jibrill. I think that Mothman entirely willing to invest all the resources if he gets a hit. Level 3 will definitely let him kill Morrigan off of any like solid confirm. So it just needs to be slightly defensive, not get caught by too many random scrambly things. But it looks like Jibrill forcing some of those scrambles. This is what happens, but Mothman pretty good in those scrambles too. Manages to get the hit off of the Soul Fist, turning it into the Shell Kick, and fortunately going to be able to have level 3 on deck. And secures the victory over Jibrill, going up 1-0 after resetting the bracket, carrying that momentum from the first part of Grand Finals into the second. I think this momentum will continue through, Wolf?
It might. The way Mothman is playing tonight looks absolutely unstoppable. Jibrill got happy birthday right there. And I think that Mothman is picking up on the patterns that every time that Mothman calls Morrigan in the back, Jibrill is ready to snipe. And he's using that opportunity to capitalize with the happy birthdays. Throws the Kids' Choice Awards right there in order to force swords out of Jibrill. You know, contempt with escaping, gets hit by the missiles, no big deal. That means many air actions, falling with the baby legs right there, calls the missiles once more, and Jibrill gets whiff punished right there. Beautiful confirmation on Mothman's side. Icy Sarah, I really think that Mothman might take it tonight 3-0 the way he's playing, unless Jibrill does something about it. He has to make an adaptation to this MODOK game plan.
He does. It feels like MODOK has been very influential, but honestly, every single character in Mothman's lineup has been part of making this happen. There have been Phoenix games, there have been games where Morrigan has been clutch, there's been games where MODOK has had to come back for the entire team and make it happen. Every character on his team is pulling the weight, but now let's see what Jibrill is able to do with a solo Morrigan in 4 meters against Mothman's entire team. This is super scary, especially because this is Jibrill working with no assists versus Mothman with Psionic Blaster, but it's just over anyways. This is the level 3 on deck. I think he needs to do the Shadow Servant follow-up in order to get this, but Mothman has those on deck. Yes, and with that, Mothman going up 2-0. Is this going to be a quick reset and done? Because it was so close in the first part of Grand Finals, but maybe Mothman just took the momentum and made the adjustments.
When Mothman turns into Lil Grinta, nothing is a challenge. Like he literally goes into the "you're not gonna beat me" mode, and when he's playing like that, it feels like nobody on the planet can deal with this pressure. But Jibrill, you know, going for a different game plan right now. Keeps sniping the Morrigan, but is trying to catch MODOK's landing with the missiles this time around. Gets the hit with the throw. This should be good, but no capitalization. That drop is crucial here because now MODOK is getting enough meter, is escaping. 5 meters on deck are pretty much guaranteed, and oh my goodness, Jibrill trying to chase down, but things are looking rough right here. Let's see what happens. MODOK's out of the picture, but now you have to deal with Jean Grey. Beautiful confirm right here with the Vergil. Icy Sarah, I think Mothman could still do it, but it comes down to protecting the Jean right here. What do you think?
I agree that Jean is super influential in this matchup, and also it depends on how good he is at being proactive, because Jibrill, the more meter he has to deal with Dark Phoenix, the more possible it's going to be to get rid of her in a safe way. Oh, this is a pretty solid way of popping her, though. Does he have what's... He got hit, but there was no confirmed. That's exactly what Jibrill needs. But Dimensional Slash is not. Dimension Slash getting punished is what Mothman needs to carry himself to victory. Dr. Doom is not thriving here. It's all down to solo Morrigan. Can she survive the incoming mix-up? Oh, she survived the incoming mix-up, but there was more afterwards. And with that, Mothman using the THC to clean out that succubus and take it 3-0 over Jibrill, becoming this night's X Factory Online Circuit Season 1.4 champion.
That's crazy.